Well, good evening and welcome to a Cab Crew Wednesday this evening. I want to thank each and every one of you that are here tonight. So let's say hello to everybody. And I believe the first one in was Wigwag. Thank you, Wigwag. Appreciate your support, my friend. And then let's just go down along the line here. Let's see who's all in here this evening before we get started. All right. So we have Curly Express. Dwight, good evening. And then we have Aussie from America Model Railroading. Thank you, Artie, for being here. And then we have Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Good evening, Stormy Sky and crew. And then we have Frank, the Stiller fan. Hey, Frank, how you doing, my friend? And we have Cerna Junior Lewis. Thank you for being here, Cerna. And then we've got Gerald Stewart. Thank you for being in here, Gerald. And we got B and B Railroad in here. Good evening. Thank you for being here. And we've got Mike from Pudham Junction. Thank you, my friend, for being here. I know it's late. We've got Barris Syracuse Rail Fan Productions 440. Good evening. We've got Chewy Q in the house as well. All right. And then we've also got Rail Fan Man. Hey, Jason, how you doing, my friend? Welcome. And we have got Rick. And then we have a newcomer, Shift Into High. Well, welcome, Shift Into High. Thank you for being here. We also got Model Train Aficionado. Thank you for being here. And we've got Ray Bertelson. Hope I pronounced that right. Um, and then we've got Forever DC 302. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, again, I'm just a little late coming in, so I'm a little razzled right now. So I'm just trying to set in for this good evening and a good filled fun time. Okay, so it's just going to be to me tonight. Dave is under the weather, and we all know that weathering with AJ. He is he's a minor, so he's doing schoolwork. Hey, Boxcar Jerry, welcome. Thank you for being here. So, so I hope everybody had a really good Thanksgiving. I know I did. Um, if anybody wants to put up in the description on maybe what they did or how their weekend was, good or bad, all comments are definitely welcome. And it's hard to believe that Christmas is already around the corner, and tomorrow is already going to be December 1st. That's crazy. Time is just flying by. So we had Mill Valley Subdivision Model Railroad just jump in. Hey Jake, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for being here. So yeah, so for me, for me, it's just a busy weekend. I didn't really get much done because I was trying to catch up on some other stuff. Didn't really spend much time in the railroad room, although I did spend some time Friday it was catching up on live streams that I usually don't hit just because it's during the daytime and I'm usually working. So, um, yeah, that was a lot. I think I spent almost the whole day maybe doing that. But in any case, um, let's see, did somebody else come in here? Nope. Okay. All right. Well, so I was kind of not. It was kind of one of those things, kind of fly off the hat kind of evenings. So I don't know if any of you. I don't know if any of you are interested in kind of learning a little bit about programming your locomotive. I did like a 5-part series, and I've got them here in the basement, and I thought maybe I would play a few of those. And if anybody had any questions about how to program a locomotive, maybe not everybody's knows how to. But good evening, George from Sunbelt. Thank you. I mean, not George, Anthony. And then we've got the turntable with a hello fly. Black guy, good evening and welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, so yeah, so I thought if anybody, look, I possess a lot of locomotives, and it was really tough for me to learn how to program. And so, I just learned from a lot of people, and and finally I called a manufacturer, and the manufacturer took me through some steps, and they also gave me some numbers that they use to consist their locomotives. So I've been using these numbers for years, and they work well. And so I thought, this might be a good evening. And welcome, Split Rock. Thank you for being here. And I thought this might be a good evening to do that. I am waiting on a special guest. So until that special guest gets here, we'll just continue. So I thought, you know what? I'll play a couple videos and see what you guys think. I'll play the first video, and let's see. Let's just see how it goes. Now, again, I just decided to put these up because a lot of you may have not hit all my videos, so I just picked a few of them out of this video series that I did. So let me go ahead and let me get set up for that, and let's see what you guys think. Hey, Lynn McCurdy, thank you for being here. So let me see. I didn't put them in order because. So let's do number one. Okay, so bear with me, and so we're going to add this.
Daryl.
Here we go.
And like the title said,
so let's
get with the program. So that's what we're going to do.
From the beginning.
Hello, my name is Daryl, and like the title said, let's get with the program. So that's what we're going to do today. So, programming is very controversial. I didn't see myself doing this, but I figured, what the hell. So, as we all know, brand new locomotives come out of the box with number 3. And what I hold before me is a Prodigy Wireless by MRC. And I have NCE products. I have the top of the line. I have the bottom of the line. But I'm just really partial to the Prodigy Wireless. It's just really simple for me to use. Not that I don't understand NCE. It's just what I've always used. So, with that said in mind, so what's before us is a scale trains. It's a Santa Fe War bonnet. It's patched out to BNSF, road number 660. So, like I said, we all know when it comes out of the box, it's number 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to program it to its road number. So let's get started with that. So right now it's on number 3. So we're going to hit program. Okay. And then I'm going to hit program again because I'm going to do it off the main. Okay, now number 3 comes up again. I'm going to push enter. And I'm going to address it to its address, 660. Enter. And then I'm going to go through all the other stuff that you go through. Okay, and that's it. So now it's programmed to 660. Okay, so let's make sure that it's actually programmed to that. So let's hit sound. Okay, let's see if she goes forward.
Hey, drummer. Hey, Ian. Thank you guys for being here.
All right, there she goes. Let's hit reverse. All right, so we're all good there. Okay, now that we're at its road number, now I'm going to program it into a consist, and this is going to be the lead locomotive. So, this is how I do it. This is not a how-to. This is just how I do it. There are many ways of doing this, and I welcome all comments. And if there's numbers that I should be putting in, taking out, I welcome it. It's okay. That's what this is all about, to help one another. But here we go. Okay, so before us, we've got the road number 660. So I'm going to program it. So I'm going to go to Program, and we're going to do it on the main, and we're going to hit Enter. Okay, there's the 660. Okay, so now I'm going to hit Enter, and I'm going to give it the same address again because that's what it asked for. Enter. Okay, now we're going to go down to the CVs. Enter, enter, enter. Okay, now that we're at the CVs. Okay, how I do consist is CV 19. So I'm going to push 19, enter. Okay, now I'm going to give it its first number, which is 6. It's road number 660, but I'm going to give it only one number for the consist. So I'm just going to enter 6. And then I'm going to push enter. Now, it's going to be the...
Okay, I wanted to stop right there. Okay, I wanted to stop right there because I want to make sure that everybody understands. It's really easy to consist trains on the fly. Anybody and everybody can do it. I'm just doing this in a way that it turns off everything that you don't need in the consist, and that will all be explained. But I just want to stop the video real quick at CV19. CV19 is giving the locomotive its consist address. Okay, it's not giving it any values or anything. It's just giving its consist address. It still keeps the original program numbers that you put in it, and that will be explained in the video. So let's see, does anybody have any questions? Okay, so let me see here. George says, well, let's see what George says. George says, I always add a 0 to all 3 digits local, so they are all 4. Yes, that and exactly right. Hey, Jason, exactly right. Now, this one, I just gave it just number 6, just period. I normally do a 2-digit. This is in the CV, though. This is, you only give the CVs generally a 2-number digit. That's how I do it. I just gave it 6. That's the front locomotive. So the first number out was 6, so I gave it 6. So I just wanted to kind of explain that. And like I said, this has nothing to do with reprogramming the locomotive. So, okay, so let me continue. Sorry if I missed some questions. So let's just continue with this. And then
lead locomotive. So I'm going to go to CV21, enter. And I'm going to give it a value of 255. Enter. Okay, now the next CV is going to be 22, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to give that a value of 255, and I hit enter. That's it. You're all done. She's the lead locomotive. Now we're going to go to loco 6.
I'm going to
and push enter.
Stop this one, and I've got a special guest. Sorry, guys. Hey, Trackside Mike.
Hey, can you guys hear me all right?
Yep, we can hear you all right.
Got the CP train going by here. Christmas
Here,
train.
let me bring you up.
I don't know if I can switch my camera around.
Yeah, we can see Mike. Totally
Okay.
cool. Yeah, no, we can see and hear you.
It's snowing pretty good here now.
Wow, looks pretty cold out there.
I got my toque on. So that was the CP Christmas train. Just rolled through London, Ontario.
That's cool, Mike. That is totally awesome.
Sorry I couldn't get on earlier, but missed the engine. But
okay. No, that's okay. It looks pretty cold there, brother.
yeah, it's getting down to -11 tonight.
Minus 11?
Minus 11.
Holy mackerel. Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys so you guys are all done? You guys just going to hang out and throw snowballs?
Yeah. Yeah. We can see a little bit of snow on the ground.
That's cool, Mike.
So we're going
That
to
was
try
a
to get up to Richmond. That's where the train's stopping.
okay.
So I'll jump back on after.
Okay, yeah, you've got the link, brother. So just pop back in.
Okay. Take care, everyone.
Okay. All right. Bye, Mike. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you in a bit.
Okay, well, I hope everybody enjoyed that little clip. That was the kind of surprise guest that came in, wanted to do that live on my show tonight. And like you said, he's going to try to catch it. He's going to try to catch it again, and maybe he'll pop back in. So, so is everybody kind of with me so far? Do they have any questions before I get this number one started? Just asking, or should we just continue? I'll tell you what, we're just going to continue. Well, let's just do that. Okay, so let's continue part one.
Let's see if the horn works. Okay, the horn works. Let's see if she moves forward. All right, we're good. See if she reverses.
Okay, let me step back just for a minute. Let me go back.
And then I'm going to push enter.
Okay, let's just
now it's going to be the lead locomotive, so I'm going to go to CV21, enter, and I'm going to give it a value of 255. Enter. Okay, now the next CV is going to be 22, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to give that a value of 255, and I hit enter. That's it. You're all done. She's the lead locomotive. Now we're going to go to loco 6 and push enter. And let's see if the horn works. Okay, the horn works. Let's see if she moves forward.
Okay, so I stopped it right there because I saw a question. Okay, so Georgia from Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt says, "What's the 220? What's the 255 mean?" Okay, here it is again. These numbers in CV21. Okay, so after you do CV19, which is programming the consist number, which was what 6, then you go to CV21 and you enter CV21, then it asks you for the value. I punch in 255. That 255 is a full value, full CV value for the lead locomotive only. Okay, CV22 is the same value because she is the lead locomotive. So I put a value of 255 again. And here it is again. I was so frustrated by consisting because usually when I would consist, I would follow somebody's instructions, and all I would have is the train would be going forward and you would have a reverse locomotive. And what would be happening is on the second one, which is turned around, its rear lights would be on and the sound would go off and everything would go off. So finally I called a manufacturer and explained my dilemma, and they let me in on a little secret. They told me this is how you consist with the CV numbers. These are the numbers that they use personally on their layouts for their large layouts. They just gave me. They said this is how you CV it. You CV it 21 at 255 and 22 at 255. I asked the numbers. They said don't ask. Just use these numbers. You're going to be completely happy with these numbers. Now, you can also change these numbers. I'm just one of those people who just rather do it the easy way. And so these are numbers. So the 255 numbers are the numbers that the manufacturer gave me, and I've been using these numbers for years. So I always tell people just use these numbers. If you want to do more investigations, you can add or you can subtract these numbers, but it's a very lengthy process. So hopefully that answers the question. So I just put out a video, just like I'm putting my video on tonight. The lead locomotive, CV21 at 255, CV22 at 255, only because this is a lead locomotive. So hopefully that answers the question. I just use them. So let's just finish this one out. This was only done, and then we're going to go into video number 2, which is a whole different ball game.
All right, we're good. Sushi reverses. All right, so that's part 1 on local number 1. How to program it to its road number on an MRC, Prodigy Wireless, and also how to get it into a consist. Okay, so look for part 2 right behind it. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so let's take that one down. Okay, so Boxcar Jerry says, what manufacturer are you talking about, Daryl? The manufacturer, this one is the scale trains, okay? Um, um, and they're all the same. Now, I know a lot of you are going to probably ask, well, Daryl, that's off of an MRC. It works the same way off of NCE as well. Works the same way. When you're ready to do, when you want to consist a locomotive, you go into the CVs. The first one you're going to CV is CV19. That is going to be the consist number. And I usually give that a 2-number consist. Usually, this one I just gave it a 6. So again, these are scale trains. You can do it. The consist behind me, those are Atherin Tsunami 1s, and I did those the same way. They are done the same way. So none of the lights are on, but they make all the other noises that they're supposed to make. The lead locomotive will only have the bells and whistle on them. That's why they gave me those numbers. So hopefully that answers your question. You can use this for any manufacturer, and you can use it for NCE as well. So okay, so anybody, this works for ESU to course. Right, Artie. Yes. This works for, yes. Okay, so let me see if I got, okay, so let's go to number 2, because number 2, okay, Ray asked, okay, I was looking, okay, so you really need a co-host. I was looking at your train running by when I first got on, and that was, oh, thank you, Jason. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Okay, does it work on Digitrack? Now, Digitrack is a completely different system. You're gonna, if you when you get into the CVs, it's the same thing. Absolutely, everything is, because if I'm not mistaking, if I'm not just okay, if I'm not mistaking, ESU is NMRA standard. BLI is not exactly exact. Hello, Heath. Exactly what he just said there. BLI decoders are slightly different, but of course they are, because they seem to make everything difficult. And Heath is right there. BLI is not NMRA standard. So sorry if you guys have a BLI. It doesn't really work for them. So oh. Yeah, Cerna, I mean, everybody, I'm having second thoughts on purchasing BLI locomotives now, laugh out loud. The steam locomotives, I generally have no problem with. They're usually pretty good. I generally never have a problem. I've just seen their just locomotives have problems. One gentleman, HO Powertrains. I don't know if anybody knows him. Hello, Randall. Um, he had a BLI one of his first trains, and it just didn't. It just gave him problems. So let's see here. Oops. So the Digitrack Zephyr starter system has a unique feature called the MU feature. It basically gives you the option to consist locomotive without going through the CVs. And yes, hello, real artists. Yes, and I did say that you can. NCE does it. I've seen all kinds of guys do it that way too. You can easily consist your locomotives together, but I choose to do it the CV way only because it shuts off things that you don't want running, like lights when you're going forward. The headlights are going forward because in real life and in real, they don't. Not all the bells and whistles are on all at the same time. So the first video was just for the locomotive, who is the one on point, the first locomotive. So, okay, so let's play number two. Let's just get number two out of the way, and we'll see what you guys think of that one. Now, I realize some of you may have seen my videos. I'm just doing a refreshment tonight because I thought it'd be a good topic.
My name is Daryl, and this is going to be part 5
Oh, wrong one.
of Let's Get With the Program.
Okay, okay, because I didn't have them in order. Okay, sorry, folks. Bad show. Okay, here we go.
Hello, my name is Daryl, and this is part 2 of Let's Get With the Program. Okay, so what's before us is another new purchase a couple weeks ago. This is a Scale Trains. It is a 25th anniversary one, and it's addressed at 6179. Okay, so let's get started right away. So on my Prodigy, you see number 3. Okay, we all know out of the box, they come number 3. So what we're going to do is we're just going to address it. So again, what we're going to do to address it to 6179 is we're going to go to Program, Enter, and we're going to enter it again. And then we're going to address it to its road number, 6179. Enter. And then we're just going to go through the motions. Enter, 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 enter. Okay, so now we're at 6179. So let's just make sure. We'll turn the sound on. Okay, so we got sound. So we know it's addressed to 6179. Okay, let's turn that off. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to wind down, okay, so this local is going to be put in the consist with the Santa Fe war bonnet, addressed in a consist of 6. So its local number is 6. So let's get started with that, okay? And we're also going to put this one in reverse. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are again, 6179. We're going to program it. So we're going to go to Program. We're not going to do it on the program track. We're going to do it on the main. Enter. So that's the main track. Enter. Okay, so we're going to enter that number in. Okay, we're going to address it one more time, 6179. 6179. Enter. Okay, now we're going to go down to the CV. Enter, 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 enter. Okay, now we're going to go to CV19 to consist it. 19, enter. Okay, in order to get this in reverse, the consist number is 6. So the number for reversing is 128. So we're going to add 6, the consist number, plus 128. What's 128 plus 6? That's correct, 134. So we're going to push in 134. 134. Enter. Okay, now we're going to go to the CV21. And we're going to press enter.
Okay, did everybody understand that? Were they clear on that? In order to get your locomotive in reverse, Okay, it's the consist number. It's not the program number when you first programmed it. It is the consist number. So whatever number it is, if you pick 25 for your consist number for all 6 of your locomotives, and you want 2 or 3 of them in reverse, it's the consist number 25 plus 128. This one just happens to be number 6. So it's 6 plus 128. That will put that locomotive in reverse. Anybody have questions on that before I get started again? Are we all clear? Hey, Eagle Creek Railroad, thank you for being here. Grandpa Rels, Jason Hatfield, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, let's just let's get started. All right, so here we go.
Because this is not the lead local, I'm going to enter different numbers in. So CV21, I add values of 1, 3, 6. Enter. CV22, enter, is going to be a value of 28. Enter. Enter. Okay. Now we're going to go to local 6. Enter. Okay, so it should be programmed and it consists to go backwards. Okay, so let's see what happens.
Okay, now I don't know if everybody caught those, but remember what I told you. These were given to me by a manufacturer. You can do them any way. When you get into the CVs, you can do them any way you want. I had just happened to catch this. The manufacturer says we don't give these numbers out. This is the numbers we use. Okay. So because this is a second locomotive and it's in reverse, the numbers from here on out, whether it's reversed or not, is going to be the CV number, which is 6. That puts it into a consist. The CV number 21 is going to be 136, and CV number 22 is going to be 28. Okay. That alleviates all the possible CVs. They're going to put the lights on. It will do everything else. It'll give you air. It'll give you everything else. And like I said, once you get into the CVs and once you start programming and you want to change it, ESUs, you can go up on a computer and you can change anything you want. Okay, that's just with ESUs. They're a little bit more different. But these are the numbers that they gave me, and they worked fine for years. And like I said, if you see my consists on my layout, this is how they're all done, every single one of them. So let's see what he says in here. Okay. Well, let's go to Rail Artist. What did he say? Okay. Oh, well, we can't read it. Okay. All right. Well, we'll answer some questions later. So let's finish this one out. So let me move. Sorry, guys, I'm not high production here, but this is all just fun.
Hello, my name is Daryl.
Okay.
And we're going to enter it again. And then we're going to address it to its road number 6179.
Okay. We're going to go a little further.
Okay, let's turn that off. And do it on the main. Enter. So that's the main track. Enter. Okay, so we're going to enter that number in.
Hey, John.
Okay, we're going to address it one more time. 6179. 6179. Enter. Okay, now we're going to go down to the CV. Enter, 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 enter.
So I'm just going to do.
Now we're going to go to CV19.
I'm just going to give you the CV numbers.
9. Enter. Okay.
Again.
In order to get this in reverse, the consist number is 6. So the number for reversing is 128. So we're going to add 6, the consist number, plus 128. What's 128 plus 6? That's correct. 134. So we're going to push in 134. 1, 3, 4. Enter. Okay, now we're going to go to the CV21. And we're going to press enter. And because this is not the lead local, I'm going to enter different numbers in. So CV21, I add values of 1, 3, 6. Enter. CV22, enter, is going to be a value of 28. Enter. Enter. Okay. Now we're going to go to local 6. Enter. Okay, so it should be programmed and it consists to go backwards. Okay, so let's see what happens.
Hi, Steve Childers. Okay, I guess that one was finished. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, anyways, what happens is that one I must have okay, I don't know what happened there. Huh. Okay. Well, anyways, okay, so that was that video. Okay, so what happens is I forgot to put the other I forgot to put the other video in there. Like I said, this was a rush. I got home late tonight. Okay, so let's hopefully the next one. So basically what happens is I turn the locomotive around and I hook them up together away from each other, and you can see the locomotive 6179 with the front locomotive going in reverse. So the next video is how do I get it out of the consist now that I've got it into the consist. So before I go forward, yeah, I didn't add that video. So um, that was a mistake on mine. Hello, mom and sons, rail fans. Good evening, Joe Raider. How you doing, buddy? So, anybody have questions before I get to the release part of it? Um, and here it is again. This is what I would call probably a little bit more prototypical approach to consisting your trains. And I can consist on my MRC. I can consist on my NCE. Super easy. You don't have to go through all this. It's a really easy process. It's just that I got tired of DES media production. Good evening. I just got tired of my trains not looking prototypical because all the lights were on, and then when you reverse, the headlights come on that don't need to be on. So that's why I just chose CV19, and I thought it would be kind of a cool thing to bring it up tonight. I just messed up because I missed a step in there, so which would have been part 3. So let's just go to part 4, and so if you want to release it, this is how you do it. So let's.
Hello, my name. So before us, I have NS 8134. Okay, so I'm going to release her from the consist, and the consist number is what? Number 6. So it's pretty easy. So this is what we're going to do. So before us, you see number 6. So let's just hit number 8 to make sure we're still on the same page.
No, Heath, I don't have JMRL.
Okay, so as you can see, they all started up. So that means they're all still in the same consist. Okay, now we're going to take 8134 out of the picture. So this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to go to program. We're going to do it on the main track. I'm going to push enter. I'm going to push enter again, and we're going to push in the address of NS, which is 8134. Enter. Okay, now we're just going to go down to CV, and we're going to go to 19. Enter, and we're going to hit the value of 0. Enter. Enter, enter. Okay, now she's in reverse mode. And she just released from number 6. And there you go. She's out of the picture. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, so here it is again. I didn't put other parts of the video in there, but that's just how you release. That's how you release the consist out of there. You just go to the first program. Sometimes there's a lot of times you can just go to CV. You can just go into CV6, and you can do the same thing. You can go to CV19, add the value of 0. But I choose just to do the original number that you put in there, and that way it completely releases it, and your locomotive is still programmed to the original address. So you can do this on the fly. So I missed a few steps, and but I think that pretty much sums it up. So okay, here we go again. Okay, we got trackside mic again. You are live, trackside mic.
I don't know if they can hear me or not, but they got a live band. So it's kind
Oh,
of loud.
oh yeah, I might not want to play that because of well, we'll just leave it and see what happens. Very cool, Mike. Oh, okay, Frank. Thank you. Wow, that was pretty cool.
Nothing like a free concert.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Very cool, Mike.
Well, the holidays are my absolute favorite time of year. I love the food, I love the candles, I love the lattes, and I really love the lights. What do we think about the holiday train? Can we make one huge, loud scream of love and joy and gratitude for Canadian Pacific for bringing back the holiday train this year?
Hey, Mike.
Hopefully you guys can see that all right.
Yeah.
If you know this next one,
Can't really hear you,
please sing
so
along with me.
thanks for letting me jump on.
Yeah. No,
Sharing
we.
that with everybody.
Yeah.
And
No, that was really cool.
keep it on the tracks. Until the
Okay,
next
Mike.
time.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Thank you, Mike. We enjoyed.
Yeah, take care. Have a great night.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
See you then. Bye now, guys.
All right. Well, that was very nice of Trackside Mike to do a little live session of the CP train up there in Canada. That was very nice of him. Yeah, he contacted me the other day, and he says, "Hey, would you mind if I do that CP train on your show live?" And I go, "Absolutely, Mike. I would love that. I think everybody would love that." So yeah, it's just something a little bit different. So, um, so Frank says, love to show you sometimes an easier way with MRC to consist and unconsist without CVs and have no light issues that works with any locomotive factory. Yes, and exactly, Frank. And I did say that. I said, there are easier. There is very very easy. There is very very easy ways. Um, Hello, a dodgy world. Good evening, and thank you for being here. And like I said, I think all of us do it that way. It's just that I just wanted to do and unfortunately I didn't get all the videos correct in order, but because I missed a few. But I think you get the kind of the idea. So it's just a really simple. It is pretty simple. And like I said, I have a lot of locomotives, and I consist a lot of locomotives. And like I said, the consist behind me, these are tsunami ones, and um, they're an older decoder, and they work just fine. So again, you just go in and you just CV19, you give it a one or two address, and then you would just address it to the numbers, and you can reverse it. Remember, always 128 is your reversing number. So whatever your consist number is, it's 128 plus that consist number. In this case, the video that I showed you, the consist number was what? 6. So it's 6 plus 128. And once you do that, it'll take that locomotive and it'll put it in the reversing mode. Hey, Derek Alexander. So, yeah. So, um, I I hope everybody enjoyed that. I thought it'd be kind of different. If anybody has any questions, I mean, now's the time to ask. Um, you know, um, just sorry I kind of messed up. I missed one or two steps, but really I didn't. You got all the steps that you need to consist. You can always go back to my videos, and it's like a 5-part series. It's very well explained. And let me explain to you one more time. It works for NCE as well. It does. And just like Digitrack has an MU, NCE has their way of doing it. It's just great. It really, really is. And like I said, to me, it looks more prototypical. So Anthony says, what I like about your way is all the local sound come on when the consist address is called. NC only has the lead local and sound come on. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. And thank you for addressing that. Yeah. Like I said, with the way I, CV it, everything comes on at the same time. Um, you know, and I think it's a really neat way to do it, and a lot of people do it this way. Thank you, Serna. Great job, Daryl. Definitely rewatch those videos before I go DCC. Yeah. Look, we speaking of DCC, there's a lot of us that do DCC, and I did DCC. I did DCC just when everybody else was doing DC. It just was one day in Southern California. I happened to stop off shopping at a store, and it was just brand spanking new. I walked in the door, and there was a bunch of guys huddled around, and I thought there was a fight going on inside a train store. I mean, they were just jumping for joy and having all kinds of conversation. It was loud, it was obnoxious, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, you got to check this new product out. It's called, I don't even know if back then it was called DCC. The trains have computers in them. And what I saw was two trains on a 3-foot piece of track heading towards each other, just coming towards each other on the same track. And I'm like, and they were stopping them, and they were coming. And I was like, wow, what is that? And that was so long ago, I don't even remember. But that was it for me. I had to have them. That had to have one. So from there on, I mean, I probably had, I don't know, 50, 60 DC trains that I had. And oh, it was all over when I saw that. So, let me see here. Okay. Derail Daryl, I love the trains running at slow to medium speed. Yeah, I do too. And like I said, guys, I give all manufacturers props, And Atherin's run just absolutely great. They really, really do. Intermountains run really, really good. And why, thank you, Frank. That was very nice of you. I wish I had a horn to blow, but I'm just going to give you, 2 thumbs up. Frank, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Awesome. You're good. You're a good friend. Thank you very, very much, Frank. So yeah, um, it going from DC to DCC, in my opinion, is a big step because you kind of automatically think that you have to change your track work, you have to change everything. Actually, that's really not true. You just need to make sure that you're gapped properly in certain areas, and that's really about it. And if you're already running like I ran Atlas Code 83. There's nothing wrong with the Atlas Code 83s. They ran just fine, but they were already ready DCC. So basically, you just take your DC off, and a lot of guys have switches. They run both. They run DC, and then they switch over to DCC, all in the same track work. And of course, nowadays you can actually do that. It makes it so simple to run DCC. It is a little bit more expensive. I get that. But for me, just to be honest with you, I just never look. This is heartbreaking for me to run a train with no sound. I mean, it is because I really enjoy trains that have sound. That's what the DC is for. And it's really tough for me not to hear my trains in the background. Actually, I could probably turn them on. Let me see here. And I don't think they're all that loud. I don't know. Does that sound awfully loud? Can you all still hear me with the noise? Just yes or no? Thank you, John John. Yeah, I like the Katie too. So the mom and son's rail fans, DCC, Ray wants sound, but he only wants two. The rest are DC. I get that, and I believe, um, Tammy, on your layout. Do you have DCC? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I can't remember if you run DCC or not. You can put down in the comments if you run DCC or not. So, so, um, okay, so you do run DCC. Okay, but they just don't have sound. Okay. Yes, and that is true, Frank. Some decoders will. And I went through that phase too. I absolutely did. I went through that phase too. But I can just tell you, it's really tough to run a locomotive on my layout without sound. Now, I'm kind of I'm kind of funny sometimes because there'll be some days that this is just a me thing. This is not addressed towards anybody else because I'm just telling you it's a me thing. Some days I'll have a really hard day at work and I'll go out, throw a ball with my dog, and he's happy to see his dad out there, and we throw a ball. But I'm still not satisfied. So what I'll do, I'll come in and I'll just turn the system on. I'll turn everything off, and I'll just listen to a train idle. It just for some reason, just the startup, the air, and everything just soothes me. Rail artist, wow! Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Rail Artist. I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up from Derail Daryl. Appreciate it. I think one of the coolest things out there is Jason and his horn. That is just the coolest thing. I wish I some way can mimic that, but Jason's got the best, hands down. But Rail Artist, thank you very, very much. Very much appreciated. That's very kind of you. So, so now you hear the mid DPU, and like you notice, it's making all the it's making all the air sounds, the compressor sounds. There's no lights on it. Now, there was another part series in this. It was the last one where I actually, after the consist is released, when the train backs up in reverse, because once you do those CV numbers, you cannot the backup lights. Well, the rear end locomotive, that like if it's facing in reverse, the lights will not come on, which is cool. You can actually go in to that number. So say like the rear consists. So you have 5 locomotives. We took off 4. The 4th locomotive, when you reverse it, and if it's in the reversing section, will have no lights in reversing. Real simple. When it stops, you just go right in, not the CV number, but you go into the first program number. Say like it's program, we'll just use a number, 666. Let's just say it's program 666, okay? And your consist number is 6. You go into the original program number, 666, and you turn the forward lights on and ditch lights on. And there you go. The train's in reverse, but you got actual lights. When the train stops, when you're in the stopping mode, you go to the program number 666 and you turn off the headlights, and then the front locomotive going forward, after you do a switch move, will come on in. Yeah, I know it's a little bit more finger work, but it looks a lot more prototypical that way. So so does anybody have any questions? I mean, this is not, I'm not telling everybody this is how you do it. Ohio Steam and Steel, welcome, thank you. Grandpa Rails, welcome, thank you very, very much. Powder River Division and Harrington Rail Fan. Wow, that's a lot of name there, buddy. I see you changed your name. I like it. I do like it. Container Man, Roy, how you doing? John, Schuylkill River Valley. Thank you for being here, John. Much appreciated. And like I said, I if anybody has, thank you, John. Thank you for being here. Good night. Um, if anybody has some questions they want to ask me, I mean, Randall Ellison, hello. Just in case I miss you, the plumber 33. How you doing, buddy? Um, and like I said, it works. Maybe I should do a video on NCE. I can do a video on NCE on that one. Just so, because most people use NCE. Look, this what I use here, I've used for years. It's super easy. It's very simple. Actually, this is a lot easier to use than the NCE. The NCE is a lot of more steps to get to and do, but it's actually the same thing. So as long as you get into the CV values, super easy. But remember, when you consist, your first number, your first CV number is going to be your consist number. Remember that. It cannot be CV21 or CV22. It's got to be the first CV number in that consist. So you go CV, you give that consist. CV19 is the first number out, and that's your consist number. CVs after that are just taking out values. That's it. It's super easy. And the manufacturer that gave me those numbers was kind enough to give me those numbers, because they said, we don't give these numbers out because, again, it's very controversial and not everybody agrees. And I get that. Dungeness Junction Model Railroad. How you doing, James? So not everybody agrees with it, but the proof is in the package. Those are Tsunami ones. So even the older ones will take the CV values. So, and again, it's just the front locomotive that gets the horn. None of the other trains are getting the horn. So, let me see here. So, let's see. Yeah, John says, I just run trains. Yes, and I hear you. That's me. I just run trains. I just really, really enjoy. So Ray enjoyed it tonight and did. I thank you, everyone, for all the information. We appreciate everyone. Keep a lookout for our Christmas layout as it gets developed. Good night. Thank you, Tammy and Ray. Ray, hello, and thank you for being here, Ray. And Rondo Renew, thank you for being here. Good evening. So now that I'm at the hour mark, and really, I mean, at the hour mark, I usually invite guests up that would like to be up here. Before I do, does anybody else have any questions? Or actually, would okay, how you do? Okay, here we go. To Curly expresses, wow, do you have all your engines running? Well, yeah, there's six on right now. There's six in a contest. Now, um, these are not drawing all 1 amp. So this is on a 3.5 amp system. So I'm running 6 locomotives on a 3.5 amp system. This is on the this is on this MRC. Now I have the 5 amp system, but I just run the 3.5 because I really don't have anything else on there. So but I'm only running the one consist because it's running on the mountainside. Now, when you see me run 2 trains, I'll cut that down. I'll cut them to maybe 3 and 3, or maybe 2 and 4. But um, so I hope everybody kind of enjoyed a little bit of how I do it, because that's what I was going to say. Look, this is not, I'm not recommending everybody. If you just enjoy watching my consists of trains going by, I just thought I would bring up videos because not everybody watches your videos, and I thought I would just bring this up. I'm kind of contemplating on maybe doing one for NCE because it is a little bit different, but right now I'm programming on NCE, not the MRC, because for some unknown reason, I've had this system for years. For some reason, it's not allowing me to program anymore on this MRC system. I don't know, and I don't want to give it up, and I don't want to take it back in. So I am doing it on the NCE. So this consist behind me is all consisted by the NCE. So yes, NCE will do it. Fine. So any other questions? And like I said, you can go back and watch my videos. You know, they're, I think, a 5-part series. So let's see what my mate Artie says. I'm not familiar with MRC, but take a look at the product and see if you can expand it off. Oh, okay. Can we start saying hi to each other? Well, that's what we're all about, saying hi to everybody. Everybody usually, every everybody's usually saying hi. Hey, Joe Rader. Sorry I missed you, buddy. So Joe says, hardest part is speed matching everything to run together in a consist. Absolutely incorrect. Good night, Anthony. Thank you for being here, my friend. No, absolutely, Joe. Now, I do not speed match any of my locomotives. And that's the video that I should have had in there. So maybe I might put that in there for the next live stream. I might just do a quick tutorial on all of them. But these are all Tsunami ones. Okay, I do not mix and match. Now that's not saying that you buy all. Hey, Possum. That's not saying that you buy all the same and they all run the same, because that's not always true. John Beniki, hello. Thank you. Okay, so let me put Possums up. Daryl, this video is informative. You learned how to get a consist to work and you shared what you learned. Yeah, thank you. And you know what, Rusty, that's what this community is all about. And I thank you for that. And okay, so back to what Joe said. Um, Joe's absolutely right. These, when I consist them together, okay, I kind of make sure that when they're running, I do not knuckle them together. I do not knuckle them together. What I do is just to see how they act and how they move forward and reverse. Now, sometimes I go forward and reverse, and sometimes, most of the time, they'll kind of sync, but you'll always have one oddball that wants to go faster or slower, just a little bit. So what I'll do with that one, I'll usually 9 times out of 10 put that one as a lead locomotive, just because it's kind of out in front of everybody. It's not lagging behind. I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but I've never um, speed matched my trains. So if I'm running scale trains, I run them all together. 9 times out of 10, they run smooth, they run great. You'll have one, they'll just be a little bit catching up. Yeah, and a lot of people say, yeah, don't do that, you ruin your trains. I'm just going to tell you, I have trains, these trains I've had, the constants you've had, from when they came out, and I run them all the time. And look, for the last few live streams these guys have been up, they'll run for 2-3 hours, and there you go. So now if you put one on the track and it's just out of whack, no matter what, no, you do not run that train with that consist, even though if it's the same, even if it's a Tsunami 1 or Tsunami 2. Now, I do not run Tsunami 2s together with Tsunami 1s. If it's a Tsunami 2, I run only the Tsunami 2s together. If they're Atherin Genesis Tsunami 2s, that's what I run together. I do not run my Inner Mountains with my Atherins. I do not run my Atherins with my scale trains. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to what Joe Rader said, when it comes to speed matching, I've seen guys go crazy over it. I've seen a lot of videos over it, and it's just mind numbing. Look, John said himself, I just run trains. So do I. I play with trains. I say it all the time. So let me put up a link since we're over the hour, and I kind of let's see who we can get up here and do some damage. Hey, Postmodern, welcome and thank you for being here. Okay, there's a link. So what Curly says here. So you're saying it's not good to run two different decoders together? No, unless I'm not saying that. I am saying that, but what I'm saying to you, Dwight, is I do not run. I do not run. I do not run Tsunami 1s and Tsunami 2s together. That's just how I choose to run them, just because they're different. And Tsunami 2s are completely better, I believe. So, no, I don't run them together. So, when you run something together, try to stay away from running two different trains with each other, two different decoders. That's just how I do it. Now, somebody else may say different, and I definitely welcome it. Absolutely. So here we go. Let's bring up
Hey,
Brando.
what's
How
happening?
you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
And we're gonna add Frank up here. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Okay,
Hello.
so okay, so we are gonna add. Let me see. Hey, Steven, how you doing, brother?
Hey, plumber.
Good to see you. How you doing, my friend? Okay, so we're gonna bring up a rail fanner here. So hold on. So
Dandy.
hey, Sladen.
Hey, what's
Hold on,
happening?
let me get my. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my trains off because I kind of.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Yeah, I
can
hear you.
you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's good to see you. It's
hear
good
me?
to see you, Plumber.
Can you guys hear me?
I
Yes,
hear
I
you
can hear
guys.
you.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Good.
Sladen, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, all right, okay.
Randall, as you see, I follow directions.
Yeah, no, you know what, Frank? It
But
looks good. I like it. I do. I like it a lot. You know, as long as everything's accessible to you. Me, I really can't do it that way because in the center of my layout, I have a big 12-foot section in there that I can't sit in. So, no, Frank, that looks really, really good.
That's how my old layout was, and that's why I tore it down.
Yeah. So here comes Plumber up again.
God.
You got it
hey,
there, buddy?
Plumber.
There you are. Are you cold?
Can you hear us, Plumber? I think he's still trying to figure it out.
I think his mic might be frozen. He looks cold.
Yeah, he does look cold, huh?
Hey, Frank, I like the trains.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
we're
much.
cool.
Yeah, here let's give Frank well, you know what, guys? I have to bring down let me see here.
You know what? I'm going to move my keyboard out of this screen.
So let's bring Frank up there all by himself just so we can give Frank there you go.
So, hey,
Split Rock says nice layout, Frank.
no, you and Randall gave me some better suggestions last week. We were talking to ourselves, and you're right. I mounted a monitor up in front of me with a camera below it. It's mimicking what my computer sees and does. So basically, I can just sit here with a mouse and do everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I really, really do. And so now are you sticking with StreamYard?
I am.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw last night. Oh yeah, you did see. You were out having dinner or something. But my son
Yeah.
actually came over and did a couple things, and then he logged in remotely and gave me some overlays.
Okay.
So yeah, I went to the paid version of StreamYard, so I got overlays and everything else now. So count that.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of thumbs up there. I mean, you got Joe Rader says better look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even cut
absolutely.
my hair today. Check this out. I cut my hair.
Garlic Sauce says I love Frank's layout too. John Benecki. Hey, John. Sorry I missed you, brother. I was so busy trying to DCC everybody. John Benecki says nice layout, Frank. Yeah, you're getting a lot of love there. So that's good. You got Ohio Steam and Steel. Nice layout, Frank. So we've got, hey Bob, how you doing, buddy? We've got PK and W Monoworks. Nice does not do the layouts justice. Yeah. Thank you, my friend, for being here. So let's see. I see what you're saying. Program different manufacturing. If it took a while, but finally got them to run together, speed tables, etc. They ran great together. Yeah, exactly. No, I hear you, Ray. So here it is again about the program. Now, does the panel got anything they want to say about what I was doing tonight?
No, but I can tell you one thing, though. There's two layouts I don't like on this stream at the moment. That's yours, Daryl, and yours, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys are running more trains than me.
I would be running mine, but it's too cold outside. I think I looked a little bit ago and it's 26. I'll have to look again and see what it is now. But
Nice up here.
It's 30 here, but it's about to snow, and we're about to get blowing snow and heavy wind.
What?
Oh,
well, I take that back. It just dropped 3 degrees down to 23 now.
It went from 50 down to 20 today here, and the wind is really strong. No snow. We did have rain earlier.
It did the same thing to me at my school last year because I'm a junior in high school right now.
Yeah.
Same conditions. It shut down the interstate because it managed to blow over multiple semis in a 20-mile area. I got a count of like 15 loaded and unloaded, and the power got knocked out at my school completely.
I can imagine. I was on the highway today taking my grandson somewhere. My wife was, "Why are you swerving?" I said, "I'm not. That's the wind."
Yeah, the wind wreaks havoc to everything.
SUV sits kind of high too, so it's pushing me all over the place.
thank you very much, Grandpa Rels. That's good, everybody. 29 and 29 thumbs up. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, we had
Okay,
we
Plumber. Plumber says
we
he's
had
having
nasty,
issues.
we had
Well, how
some
do you?
nasty storms here the other day. We had a nasty storm a few days ago, and I think it was Sunday night, Monday. Yeah, Monday at night. It was that wild that the rain wasn't going down. It was going back up like this,
Oh my goodness.
and the wind speed was at 60 knots. To
Oh
give you an
Lord.
idea, that's right on the verge of being a cyclonic wind. Yeah, we got hit pretty hard. A lot of schools and a lot of buildings did lose their roofs, but
Sounds like
yeah,
Ronald got earlier.
Okay.
but what can we do?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a clock I hear in the back?
Let me.
Sounds like a steam engine.
No,
Oh,
it's
is that a
steam
steam
engine,
engine?
mate.
Oh,
That's
that's
fine, Frank. No, I
that's
just
awesome.
yeah. There you go. Here,
That
let's
is
Steam engine.
awesome.
here, Frank. Let's bring Frank up again one more time here so we can do solo layout of Frank. No, go ahead, Frank. Blow that whistle, brother. Very good, Frank. No, I really like I really like where you're coming from. I really do. It looks really good, brother.
Yeah, you picked that sound up because the train was actually traveling underneath the camera as you did that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't too sure if it was a dog wagging its tail on something or
That's just it's coming now. The CNG Blue Comet here.
that's cool. Absolutely.
Is
Love
that
the
the
steam train, Frank.
I love steam. Although
Oh,
they
yeah.
can give major headaches.
No, I do run Steam on my layout. It's not very often that I run Steam, just because I really do like the modern locomotives.
Now,
All right.
these were all Pennsylvania passenger cars that got repainted.
Now you
Are you-
repainted all those.
Are you trying to represent the Comet, the blue Comet?
That's the Blue Comet loco, and I am trying to represent the cars because I refuse to pay $200 a piece for a Broadway limited car. So I'll paint my own.
They look good from here.
Yeah, I have to put the beige stripe on it and the lettering. I have the lettering, but I have to put the beige stripe on it. But it'll work. And
Yeah.
then these two diesel locos are coming around. They're consistent together with maybe the MRC system consist on the back of here. I have the sound off them right now, but no problem.
So Postmodern Model Works says, what height is Frank's layout?
So my height, I'm standing up here. It is. What is that? About 40 inches.
Okay.
Yep, up 40 inches. The old layout was about 30 inches, and it was too hard to do any wiring and stuff underneath it. I had to lay down. I can comfortably I can go underneath here and sit upright and do wiring. Like I have to do some more lighting right here.
Yeah. So
I
now,
don't mind doing wiring where I'm laying down on my back under the layout. I just make sure I've got a nice comfy pillow in case I fall asleep.
yeah.
I have fallen asleep under there, and the bad thing about also laying down is the hot solder dripping on you.
Been
So
there,
now,
done that.
just to let everybody know, Frank goes live. He is got a Friday night show. Go ahead, Frank. Put a plug up there.
Oh yeah, I'm starting my first. Well, I had one last week, but starting over again this Friday at 9:00. I believe Vinny comes on at 8. He goes off around 9. I'll be coming on at 9. Not sure what we'll talk about yet because again it's my first. I haven't had any chance to plan anything. Maybe I'll touch on that consisting thing because like you said, NCE and Digitrax, they're all different. Well, I've had MRC products since I was a youngster. You remember the old DC full knob controllers? I forget what number that was. And I just stuck with them. Even the first DCC sound loco that I had. Run up a decent track.
You get it, Plumber? I'm sorry, Frank.
Sorry, Frank. I made it. I fixed it. I did it. You know how I did it? I got my old phone.
Oh,
Hey, Plumber, how you doing?
Hey, Plumber.
I thought maybe you had to thaw out your mic because you looked awful cold.
It's freezing over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you up solo, Plumber, just for a little bit there, brother.
Word.
Everybody
I'm outside in shorts, and it's like 30 degrees out here.
Oh my God! No way, dude. No way.
Plating. You're young. Our bones kind of creak at that temperature.
Yeah, amen to that. That's why you see me looking like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man over here. You know.
Put a wood burner in there.
I got to get one of those thin heated jackets. You know.
Oh yeah. Hey, Plumber. What? So where are you at? You in your garage, buddy?
Amen. In the garage, my dude.
Oh, okay. Now, I just want to tell everybody, when I was back east and I visited my grandpa and grandma back in New York, okay, they had a barn. They had like a 40 by 25. Okay, that's where they keep the cars. But grandpa had a workshop, and I'll never forget the gas-powered blowtorch of a heater. It looked like a jet engine when it was on.
I've got a little one.
Oh, okay, but I mean, there was actually flames coming out of this thing. But
mine's not that big. Not like the one on the construction site. No.
Yeah, but then they went to propane. But I'm telling you, it's something I will never ever forget. And it warmed because back there in Scranton, New York, Albany, New York, in that area. I mean, I remember. It's cold. It's cold. So what do you got? So what do you got there? Is that your workshop there, buddy?
Yeah, it's my garage. I'm just really getting it set up. We moved in here almost 4 years ago at this point. This garage has been stacked floor to ceiling with tubs and boxes. And the past 6 months, I've just been working my tail. And now there's still a lot of clutter because I'm going through boxes and throwing stuff away. I had a whole bunch of boxes of my mom's stuff when she passed away. My wife and I each had like whole houses full of stuff that we packed up together when we moved in together years ago and just been carrying it around. It's got to go. So I'm working on getting the garage together. It still is pretty, it's a wreck, but if
you got us on the TV.
Yep, I'm on TV, and I got my layouts out here. There's my end scale.
Oh, how cool.
Plumber, that's clean compared to my garage.
What scales do you run?
So I have a G scale in the front yard, mainly HO. My friend just sent me a random text a couple weeks ago and was like, yard sale. He goes, I got a $10 layout. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
Can't get a better deal than that.
Not at all.
For a layout.
I got to get some rolling stock and I got to fix a couple pieces of track. I don't know if the turnouts work, but you know what? I got it. It'll be a project soon.
So, Postmodern Model Works. Okay, Daryl, where in New York? Okay, I want to say Scranton area, but it's a small little town where my grandparents live. Was a town called Hancock, New York. Very small little town. It did have a rail line that went through there. So I don't know. It's really close to New Jersey because I remember we would cross the New Jersey line. I remember we used to cross there to go do what? Blueberry picking in the blueberry fields.
Yum.
And also the auctions. So I remember as a little kid. So, okay, Plumber, I'm going to take you down, buddy. I'm going to put everybody up again on panel.
Roger that.
And there we go. All right. There we go.
I have an aunt that lives in Western New York in the country. I don't know what city or town. We just drive up there and enjoy ourselves. Went up there for Christmas one year. I was hoping to get a white Christmas. And guess what? It didn't snow in New York on that Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you get a
Daryl.
refund on your ticket on your trip?
No, we drove.
So I'll be taking a trip to my hometown of Hutchinson, Kansas in December. We'll be taking the highway right next to a busy main line. Last time I went, I counted a total of 34 trains one way.
Wow. Wow.
Three auto rack, 5 modals, and the rest of them were mixed freight.
Hey, guys, I remember Heath being in here, him saying he's leaving to fly out tonight, boy. If he gets those wins, this may be the last time he ever wants to fly.
Okay, say that again, Frank.
If he hits that turbulence from all these winds today, even from New York, he's going to be going past me.
Oh, okay.
He'll never want to fly again.
Yeah, no.
When I flew out to California there the one time, we hit turbulence over Kansas. And I think
yeah.
it felt like we dropped like 50 feet all at once. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, Joe Rader. Thank you, buddy.
Okay,
Thank you
Joe.
for coming in. Yeah, so now Powder River Division, he had a video out. He's more of a rail fanning person, but he does a couple other things. He put out a video the other day. I believe it was in a premiere. That train must have had a couple hundred of, and maybe Randall might be able to answer this question, because when I saw this consist, I thought of Randall. It was a consist of at least a couple hundred of what were they slating?
Go ahead. Sorry.
There were 4 Union Pacific engines, a Norfolk Southern -9, and a Canadian National EMD SD70M-2.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, 6 engines for only 31 rail cars. And
Wow.
my dad told me that.
You had one that had a consist of at least a couple hundred.
Oh shoot, I'm trying to think of that one.
Yeah, that was just over the weekend. You had one that had a consist. I think of 101 cars, 100.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think you're talking about the BNSF coal train in the Springs.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that one was really good.
Yeah, it was long, brother. It was really, it was a really good video.
Yeah, and I got a wave too.
Nice.
Yeah, and before the 6-engine stack train that my dad caught, there was a 5-engine. Now, this train did not have 5 engines on the front. It was 3 intermodal, then another 2 engines, and then more intermodals. This intermodal train was about 2.5 miles long.
Yeah.
It was a big one.
Hey, Kyle Stevens.
Hey, Kyle. How you doing?
Hey, Kyle.
Just saying hi.
Hey,
yeah, I was going to say that that train that Powder River Basins probably saw was what they call a combo train. Those are 2 trains put together and run as one.
Yep,
I actually met one at Sedgwick last night. Was a combo train. Had, let's see, they're running on average of 145 cars per train, so you're looking at almost 300 cars.
Wow.
Yep, so that was it.
Yeah.
That sucker was a beast.
Yeah, no, it's Sladen's video. That's one of the ones he caught. And I thought of you, Randall, because I couldn't remember what you called it. You called it a combo train?
They call them combos or double empties, and they only run them as empties. I've never, to my knowledge, I've never seen them run a loaded train that way. But
okay.
Even before I started my channel, I didn't see a double load. It was only the empties that only ran doubles.
Yeah.
Now, a guy that I know that's an engineer for BNSF on the 3rd sub, he said he has seen them run loads like that.
Yeah.
But you're asking for trouble if you pull that off on the 3rd sub, because the north section is really hilly. There's I've said this many times, there's actually a really stiff grade for northbounds as you're leaving the yard at Thayer. And a lot of times, if they get a knuckle, it'll be right there when they reach Koshkonong.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, I dug that N-scale layout that you showed there, Plumber. That's pretty cool. You're going to be working on that?
Yeah, you want me to show you more? It's the same layout I had inside. I just brought it out here once I cleared the space.
Oh, okay.
I've been removing steel track in replace for nickel silver, of course. And I'm going to take the turnouts out of it and just do a loop just because of the small size. You know, there's no reason for a turnout.
Yeah.
But
you want to give us a little bit more preview?
yeah.
Okay.
You're
Working on
just
getting
being you're
this
just
thing
being
built
a
down here.
cheapskate, plumber. You just don't want to fork out that extra money on those turnouts.
I've got the turnouts already. I just don't want them on this.
Right, okay, you've been a lazy sod then.
Want to use them on my show module, you know.
What a contrast.
Ooh, that's
That's
awesome.
quite a deal, Plumber.
That looks
You
great,
know,
man.
that's
What
my
a
beauty.
A winter coat standing next to palm trees.
I love it. So
Look.
the island on Jurassic Park was sort of my inspiration for this little beauty here.
That's awesome.
You know. And then the other thing I'm working on is over here. I got the show module out. Sorry for whacking you guys on everything. I know it's not showing up too well, but it's going to be a farm scene with my little grain filler over there. I don't know if that's visible very well. Then, of course, my tree house. I got to get some super trees to get that tree house done.
I was just going to ask you, is that a tree house?
Yes, absolutely. And it's made on a rosemary stick. Well, let me see if I can.
Awesome.
There we go.
That's
That is
That's
incredible.
cool,
mate.
Plumber.
Thank you.
Really cool.
Almost like the Wizard of Oz gone bad.
That's really cool.
No place like home, Toto.
Yeah,
No
that's
place
right.
like home.
Okay.
Yeah, no place like Kansas.
I always get a
right.
kick out of people that does the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
Artie.
kind of how I went.
Okay,
No.
Artie, here. We're going to give Artie a solo layout. How you doing, mate? What's going on over in your side of the pond?
Outside of the pond, not much. Not much. Just doing last of my schematics for my layout and marking out the wiring and whatnot, measuring out what I need. Going to go and get the wires after the show and start making my harnesses up and start wiring up, preparing the wires for the top level. That's all coming apart next couple of days, so I can finish off the bottom layer.
Yeah.
Since the weather's been clearing up, the weather's getting good now, so it's time to do some work.
Great.
G'day, Jacob. How are you? Yeah, I ended up buying some more tortoise motors, which will be here next week. I just waited for when they had the Thanksgiving Black Friday sales in the US. It's a lot cheaper for me to get my bits and pieces from over there than here. So I've got another shipment coming over. Should be here Monday, Tuesday next week. So I'm really going to get stuck into it. The Lorraine house I'm going to be working on. Start on it tonight.
Yeah.
Because I can pull all this down and just trying to make up the labels, trying to keep it in sequence. Because if anyone followed how I'd done this bottom one, I've already started doing the labeling and the numbers of the turnouts and that. So with my trained automation program, I want to try to keep a sequence, and I've got to work it all out, and then I can actually mark all my wires and etc., and then I can actually put everything up together on here.
Yeah.
The plan of attack is so I don't damage too much down on the bottom. I'm going to pre-install everything and do all the woodwork off the layout outside, do all my wood drilling, do all my cuttings and prep all my wiring outside, and then just drop it into place. And just simple couple of plugs, and then the top will be ready to go. Then I can work on the next stage.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to get to it. But I found out a very good friend of mine, an old friend of mine, received a phone call earlier in the week, or the other day actually, and I found out he's not doing too well, so I might have to do a little bit of a delay on this and go and give him a visit. he may make it to the end of the year. We don't know. So the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be heading up there. Yes.
Whoa, what's that?
Yeah, that's Frank
That's
over
not
there
mine.
running his trains.
Sounds like somebody filing, but I'll take that.
Yeah.
Maybe me rolling this car back and forth, Plumber.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna put
Checking to make
everybody.
sure it rolls good.
Okay, I'm gonna put everybody back in their proper places. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, haven't lost anybody. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, you know what? Let's put Randall up. Okay, Randall, I'm gonna put you up solo because I haven't put you up solo
Yeah, sure.
yet.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I want to know what you're working on over there.
Well, I'm
like a
working on this
tanker.
Walters tank car that I just reviewed here a while back.
Okay.
I'm putting new couplers on it. So what I basically did, I swapped out the stock couplers. Kind of having trouble getting used to this mode right here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, right there is what I changed them out to. Those are the 119 SE double shelf couplers, and basically right there is what come off of it. So
Well, man, in the
that's the
video
stock.
they look the same.
Yeah, they do. But boy, I'll tell you what, these couplers here, they work really nicely.
Are they the KD you said?
Yeah, they're KD 119s. They're the SC double shelf coupler. And basically they work just like a real shelf coupler does. It actually helps keep the train together.
So the trains don't uncouple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of turn it around where you can see it. But yeah, these little appendages right here, they really do nice keeping the train hanging together. And best part is you can modify these. You can cut this top shelf off right here to make a bottom shelf coupler, or you can cut both these shelves off to make a standard Type E. Of course, KD makes a standard Type E already, so I don't do that.
Those shelf couplers out a lot on uneven track. A lot.
Yeah, but I actually made the bottom shelf couplers for this Canadian Pacific SD70 ACU over here, so I yanked off the old McHenry couplers and put these on it. So they work pretty good. So I still got a few more I got to do. I got to order some more couplers, but right now all these tank cars are getting ready to get new couplers put on them. So I got
it's
this
almost
one done.
$1 a coupler nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randall,
They're getting up there.
about the wheels too?
Say that again.
Yeah, was that Frank? I didn't hear you, brother.
Do you swap out the wheels as well?
These here I don't, because they already have metal wheels on them.
All right.
Now,
almost everything
now,
I have not within a mile.
let me look here. Now, like this car here, I do change out the wheels on them. In fact, I'll show you. Here's a stock Athearn blue box. So this one here is going to get metal wheels on it.
So, Randall, okay. Yeah. So we have a question in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Postmodern Model Works. Does anyone have any easy method for installing grab irons?
Ooh.
Pin vise, good iron tweezers.
I would not be the person to ask because I've never done it.
Buy them installed.
Yeah. The person who would be better to answer that question, he was in here earlier, Split Rock. And Christian, I can tell you, hit Split Rock's channel. He is a master modeler. So he is a master modeler from NMRA, and he would be able to absolutely answer that question for you. There's another gentleman that was in here earlier too. That would be Jason, the Train Freaks channel.
Yeah.
He could answer that question as well. So
I have done it with those three things: good glasses, pin vise, and some tweezers. But it's challenging.
I bet it is.
I got a real cheap method, but it might cost you a little bit. Go and find yourself a Chinese woman that works at a model railway factory and
It
get
might
her
be a
to
little politically
for you.
incorrect there, Artie.
What?
I'm not going
But
down that
funny.
road.
But funny.
Okay, so here we go. PK&W Model Works. Grab's secret is using a template to drill the holes.
A template? Where would you get a template for grab irons?
Okay, there you go, Bob. There you go, Bob. There's another question for you.
Doesn't Micromark sell a template for those? Seemed
Yes,
like I
they
remember
do.
they did one time.
Yeah, they
I don't
did.
know. Got the new catalog. I'll check it out. I love that place.
If it's
Yeah.
not in the catalog, it'll be on their website. They got remarkable tools.
My credit card company loves that place.
Ow.
So Postmodern says template makes sense, PK.
Yeah, using a template. You'd get them straight.
Me, honestly, I would take a grab iron. I would take CA glue, very thin, wipe it thin with a pair of tweezers. That's just how I would do it.
Would you drill it, Daryl?
No, I wouldn't drill it. See, and that's
Surface mount?
Yeah, just a surface mount. That's just how I would do it. But I know that would be the incorrect way to do it because the minute you hit it, it might come off. So it makes sense to have a template and a very, very tiny drill. And gosh, what type of drill? How tiny is that?
Well, that's got pin vise, yeah.
Yeah,
Pin-
right,
yep.
Plumber. The pin vise. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Artie, John says he needs GPS to that factory.
Which one?
The one with the Chinese lady.
Oh, there's a few factories there.
Oh,
I'll go talk to a couple of chaps that's got the address. Actually, there's a guy up in Canada that's got their address. He's got his own factory over there. Rapido Trains. He's got his own factory. He's got a lot of Chinese women.
Okay. So Postmodern says, yes, if you purchase irons, they have a template. If you strip a loco and reinstall, it's really challenging. I can imagine.
that.
I believe it.
Interesting.
Just like I just slid on ice.
Huh.
No, Derek, they don't. I've been keeping an eye on it for if they did, mate, I'll be the first one grabbing one.
Huh, how interesting.
Oh,
now
crap.
I know that's gonna be
Sorry, guys. I had scared just a second ago.
Well, what happened, Randall?
I almost dropped my coupler box into the floor here.
Oh, well,
No.
well, here's a comment for you on that one. Postmodern says I just spent most of my time crawling around on the floor. And that's exactly what you would be doing if you lost it.
Yeah, I have done that. So
with a lighted magnifying glass.
Exactly. Well, hey, I've done it too. Even putting together the couplers on the trains, I've done the same thing. I've lost the damn spring. And so I look for it real quick and I go, that's okay. I'm just going to grab another knuckler. So I'll have one less to make a pair. But I'll never find that spring. Never.
The vacuum will.
I could have a handful of those springs. I refuse to try to put them in.
Oh.
Okay, I pick up with magnets.
I mean, it's got to not be brass then, John.
I've got
G'day, Steve 87.
Yeah. Postmodern says I've got tiny drill bits. The challenge is holding the iron and the lining in the holes. Yeah, I would imagine. Hey, Steve
87. Oh, sorry.
I'm not going to bother doing any of that sort of stuff for a while until I get my
You could
my
possibly
fingers and thumbs done.
Okay, so model train aficionado, I use sewing needle to make an indentation on the plastic to guide the number 80 drill bit. Smart. That's smart.
Like a nail set.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, model train aficionado's got a really neat layout. So I recommend everybody hitting the model train aficionado's layout. Give him love along with postmodern model works. And that goes for everybody in here. And that's why I make everybody moderators. So all you have to do, if you want to look at their channel, you do not have to leave the stream. You just click onto the blue. It'll take you into a box. It'll say go to channel. You hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, exit out of it, and you're right back in the stream. You do not have to leave. You can go back later if you want and look at their channel and then give them love on comments. And that's what it's all about, my friends. And again, this is a very, very small community of people in here. And we all need to support one another in that way.
Amen, brother Daryl. Preach on.
Let me, if I can just make a quick comment on that, Daryl. Could everyone that's been subscribed to one another here on the regular groups and whatnot, go and check your subs to see if you subscribe to everybody. Because I've just noticed now that, because I've been subbed to Frank for a while, but the YouTube has thrown me out, and that's why I never don't get his notifications. I'll resub to Frank. Just go back and go and check your subs,
right?
And the people that you have that you normally look at and see that they are still that you still sub to them. I have noticed with my subs themselves. I've lost many during a week, and that's probably what's going on.
Did somebody get that bot in there?
Not
there was a bot. Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, thank you, Plumber. And I was just gonna say, this is the second stream that I put in there for a minute-long subscribers. And the only reason why I did that was to keep the bots out. And honestly, I really never had a problem until I put this is the first time it's come in. But that's the only reason why I put subscriber mode. Because I'm the kind of person, number one, I do not ask you to subscribe to my account. It's not in my videos. I don't put subscribes. Please hit the like button. I don't do any of that. But on my live streams, I decided to put at least 1 minute be subscribed to, and look what happens. I get a bot in there. So they had to wait 1 minute to get into my live stream.
That's nothing.
Hey,
for a bot.
Hey, so you know what that means, Artie and Plumber.
Have at 'em.
I'm just too damn hot. They're just willing to wait a whole minute to subscribe so they can get their message in there.
They sure do.
I don't know. I think what they're doing to me at the moment, I think they're trying to hack into my systems at the moment to see what my my virtual cam is actually showing. As my desktop at the moment, both Firefox and all my browser windows are crashing left, right, and center. I just managed to stabilize the Microsoft Edge on my desktop. Yeah, but the browsers on my side here, they're crashing left, right, and center. I think
thank you, Bob, for being in here tonight. PK and W Model Works. Please go check out PK and W Model Works. Give him love. He just recently put out a really nice rail fanning video. And like I said, it's really easy to go in and click on everybody's link. And that goes for everybody in here. But Derek says, Daryl, I subscribed to 2 channels already tonight, and I went to 2 others to check out after the stream too. Cool. Thank you, Derek. And again, Derek,
187 HO scale. Welcome.
Thank you, Plumber.
And the subs that I got off of the last, it was honestly, I was over the moon thankful. And thanks to that, I'm able to take my Kansas trip in December.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Wow, dude, that was amazing.
Let's just say I made a bet with my dad that if I hit 400 subs before Thanksgiving, I get to go to Kansas for Christmas. I was at 405 on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Wow.
way to go. So you don't have to walk now. You can actually catch the bus to Kansas City.
I know we'll be driving.
Oh, you've been driving. Oh, you really had done yourself. Good on you.
Powder River, you're going to be getting dangerously close to the Thayer sub. You know that?
Yeah, but I'll be in Hutchinson, Kansas on the I'll be on the Union Pacific Harrington subdivision.
Oh, nice.
And the BNSF La Junta subdivision. I'll be following the joint line, which is the Powder River Division / UP joint line, BNSF UP joint line to Pueblo. Then from Pueblo to La Junta is, I think, the Pueblo sub. And then from La Junta to Hutch, or either La Junta to Hutch or La Junta or to Dodge City is the La Junta sub.
Daryl, I did notice you don't have me as a moderator right now. I'm trying to click on a couple people who sign up.
Here, Frank, let me bring you up, Frank, because for some reason.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very interesting what you're doing, Ron. Okay, go ahead. Say that again, Frank.
I was just trying to sub to some people that were in the chat, but I am not a moderator, so I kept having to leave.
You're not a moderator.
Oh, Daryl.
Man. Okay, I thought I made Les from West and East USA North Corridor. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to give you a moderator status. Okay, Frank. I'm going to make you a moderator, Frank. That way, here we go, Frank. So how this works is after I made you a moderator, you have to go back in and you have to type something in a blue wrench. So Frank, go back into your phone or wherever and type in.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, he's blue. Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're all not sad either.
Right.
There's some people there.
Was that Elvis? Blue Christmas?
Yeah.
There you go.
There. If you remember the old cartoon Dexter's Laboratory, there's actually a joke about that. The episode where the Blue Falcon was in it.
I loved that show when my daughter was watching it.
Well, Curly Express says, Scooby-Doo, do you have a level your printer by hand or is it auto?
Yeah, I'm very interested in George's printer as well.
Oh, George's got a new printer.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, 187. Give a thumbs up, everybody.
Yes. Okay, hold on, guys. I didn't plug my computer in, and it's losing power.
Les says it's his first stream. He's a moderator. Welcome, Les.
Yeah, Les. I thought I made you a moderator back then, but welcome.
I'll probably be uploading a short or making like another compilation video here soon, and probably have it up by at least Friday. Of like some of the best train pictures and videos that I've caught.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Daryl, I remember one of the premieres that you made it to. I think it was like a 13-minute premiere of 2 massive coal trains.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the 4. It had 4 engines on the front, 2 in the middle, 2 on the back.
Yeah.
It was that. Yeah, it was that one.
So, and I remember the Fair Bandit, Randall Ellison, talking about that one night. You should see the ones when they connect. It's almost like a couple hundred trains. So, anyways, by the way, Randall,
it's 2 trains in one.
Yeah.
Now Now there is a caveat to that. I have heard of a situation where they put 3 trains together as one.
They done
Oh,
it here.
really?
Yeah,
They done it with
a
one of
triple
our,
empty.
they done that to one of our coal trains many years ago. They actually turned it from an average 36 car train to a 200 car train.
Dang.
And he blocked the main passenger line for about 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
By
Wow.
the train that, by the time the engine came back out from its balloon loop, it actually met the back end of it back on the main line. That's how long it was. They never did it again after that.
Say,
Never
Artie,
did.
I was going to tell Frank. Frank, run some
Yeah.
trainings. My viewer rate has gone up since I've had you on the screen.
We just got tunnel action.
Well, hey, I just subscribed to like 20 people
I
in the
just watched that
chat.
train come out the tunnel.
I was down in the 20s, and now I'm back up over 30 again. I don't know if it was you or Randall Ellison, but whatever's working is good. You know what's really strange? I watch my numbers on my screen and I watch them afterwards. Okay, I just want to say that after I'm about an hour, okay, I'm pretty strong within the first hour. After I start bringing up people, it starts to drop a little bit. But when I start getting towards the second hour, my numbers start going up again because it's hitting a different time. So where I'm almost at 2 hours, and that's in here I'm saying I'm at the second hour and my numbers start going up. That's just because it's just different times for different people. So
Hey, Split Rock.
yeah.
There you go.
His-
Scary boss.
Yeah, his ears were burning.
yeah, Thomas, we were talking good about you. So here
Holy crap.
yeah, Bob left, but Split Rock says at P&KW Motor Works, if removing the cast on grab irons, use a flat chisel blade to remove it. Use a number 80 drill bit in a pin vise. Only have the tip of the drill bit exposed. Drill slowly. Yeah. Who else in here said the same thing? Was it? Oh, it was Postmodern. Postmodern said the same thing.
Plumber, you're a little bit off color from your trips. Probably trip over.
Hey, JD, I got to tell you, that's really a good one. I love that one, Grandpa Rails.
Left
It's
coast.
only 7 p.m. on the left coast.
It's 8 here at the Rockies.
That was a good one. I understand. I understood that
10.
one loud and clear.
That means I'm on the right coast. In other words, correct.
Hey, you know what? I mean, speaking of Virginia, did you hear about one of the sheriff officers came to California and killed the girl's family?
Yes, I heard that
Did you hear
terrible
about that?
story.
How awful is that?
What was that?
It's, it's gut wrenching, really.
Yeah, isn't it? And it makes you really wonder about your children who are
Amen.
online. And they will fight you all the way because the kids nowadays are all about, I'm going to take you down, Frank.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And I was just, and that's not too far away from where these folks live, where I live. And I'm glad they got them. But I guess they call it catfishing.
Yep.
I mean, you guys have been on the planet longer than I have, so you guys know a lot more. I mean, I'm only 16.
Yeah, no, I mean that was awful. I heard it over the weekend and I was like, I have never heard of something like that. Well, maybe I have, but
I was gonna say that's pretty common, just not always a police officer.
exactly. But what I found out today, what I read in the news, when I saw in the news, not in the news, on YouTube, I saw that he just recently got hired to the sheriff's office. He left and went all the way across the United States here to California, San Bernardino, and took out the I believe it's the mom, the grandma, and I guess
Kidnap the kid.
and to kidnap the kid. Now, thankfully, someone in the neighborhood called twice. It was the second phone call that alerted them to go find this car. They already had the license plates because the neighbor already said what the car looked like or the vehicle looked like. It wasn't until 3 hours later in the San Bernardino mountains or the desert up there, they got him. So
Why did they have to be told twice? That's all I can think. You know,
exactly.
How did they not go and check after the first complaint or, whatever they said?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it
I
comes
have
down
a-
to-
Sadly, we're having that same issue here,
yeah.
and we got to a point now where we basically say to the police, it's first in, first served. Either you come in here or we'll deal with it yourself. You got less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I remember out here a couple weeks ago we had that Club Q shooting in the Springs, where they had 5 dead and 25 injured.
Yeah. We don't have so much the issue about shootings here. Our biggest problem here is stabbings, knife crimes.
We've always had shootings.
Yeah. But it's that scary. We've got kids as young as 11 and 12 carrying knives in their pockets. A few weeks ago, there was about 6 kids out of the local high school here that been arrested and hauled out of that school for stabbing violations within our city here, and they were linked to crimes up in Sydney too. But they were young as 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's unreasonable. Like, you shouldn't be letting a little kid, like people younger than like 16, be able to like carry or even have something like that.
They don't care. G'day,
We got to outlaw knives.
I mean, we've got all the laws in place, but they still go out and.
Hey, Rick.
Artie, criminals love unarmed victims.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody sees what George put up there, and I want to say, George, that is very, very, very cool and nice of you to do that. George put in the chat, he says, "Hey everyone, some of you know that I won cash giveaway at Ray's. I'm going to play it forward. I used the money to get an N scale FEC, of course, George, FEC boxcar and an HO scale FEC gondola. I will be raffling it off." How awesome is that of you, George?
Fantastic.
I got to laugh at you, brother. FEC. Good for you, my friend. That's
great
the way
job, George.
Yeah, that is really awesome. So
hey,
here it is again. You guys all got blue wrenches, and I suggest you go over and everybody, just click on the channels and you know what you need to do. George, thank you.
Rick the Tree, what's up?
Artie was absolutely right. I was going through people in the chat and people I knew I was subscribed to. I was not subscribed to them any longer. But if you're in the chat, in his chat right now, I am now subscribed to each and every one of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artie. Once the stream's done, I'll give you a subscription also.
No problem, buddy. No problem. And once you sub, I'll sub over to you too. I'm just trying to. I've just noticed something about.
I knew I was subscribed to Plumber, but it wasn't all of a sudden. I don't know what the heck is going on.
What is that, Artie?
Okay, the reason why sometimes you get kicked out, and I'm just going to tell you why, it's because we all just love the number that we get. You see it on the screen. Oh, I got a new stub. Okay, with me, my subscription is not public. Okay, and
I don't have a public sub either.
Okay, so what that means is when you go onto my page and you go into subscriptions, you do not see anybody that I subscribe to. You'll see in most channels, they'll have icons of people they're subscribing to. I'm not a public subscriber. So when I subscribe to somebody, I let them know that I'm a new subscriber and I'm giving them 4 gifts. I'm giving them a subscription. I'm hitting the bell. I'm going to give them the comment. And
You should be a politician, Daryl.
there you go. Thank you very much.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
You got to get Arnold out and get Daryl.
God
in.
help America.
Giving them,
God
Jay,
help the
24,
world.
pass it on.
you're letting them know that more than more than just like one person likes the content that they get. Like, I watch all your guys' content when I'm bored, and I'm like, you guys are amazing at this. Looks like I got a lot to learn at me being 16.
Hey, just remember to master anything. Oh, sorry, Artie.
I've got a question for Plumber.
Yo,
Listen, buddy.
what's up? Oh, look, is that me?
That's you.
I made it to Australia.
Finally. Here, let me bring you up. There you
But
go,
I got
Artie.
a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up. But why is your dingle dangle hanging out of your pants there, bud?
Oh, he is cool. He turned blue.
This
That's something we
got
don't even
R-rated
talk about
real
on this
quick.
stream. That's between me and my wife, Artie. How dare you bring that up?
But you're already exposing yourself to the world. You know, you're exposing yourself to out here to Australia.
This just got R-rated real quick.
Hey, plumber's crack is real. All right, it's out there.
Oh,
Rick
there's
Rick's missing his.
No,
Rick's
he's
missing
holding on
his,
to
so
it.
you must be pretty small there. So that little one next to him is adopted. Sorry, I just
Yep.
yeah, but the other one's not too bad. The other one's not too bad.
You got another one to show us there, Artie?
Yeah, I got 2 of you. I got 2 of you because you remember I said I'm turning you up as a Bart Simpson. In one of
Nice.
them. So that one that I showed you with you exposing yourself will be in the Simpson colours. This is your other one.
Nice.
So I'll get started on to that tonight or this afternoon after I get back, undercoat and start painting them up.
Wait, what time is it there already?
Daytime?
I mean, it's like what?
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
He is 17. He's like 17 hours in front of us. So actually, he is Friday, right? You're
In the
Friday
train of
morning.
Earth, he's first.
Yeah. Yeah. So those lotto numbers that you tried yesterday, or you got it in for this week, they're no good. Those lottery numbers are no good.
All right. I'm going to make everyone equal again. I did put up another link just in case there was somebody else who wanted to come up. It is
I still
in
got
there.
plenty more in there.
Wow, Artie.
Holy
Wow,
cow.
goodness. You just paid for Bernard's trip to New York.
No, that's for his trip to come here to visit me.
I definitely want to come to Australia.
Yeah, Artie, I'm going to see how fast I can get to Australia.
You know, Artie, since we're talking about that, kind of going back on the subject around these super long trains, doesn't Australia hold like the record for world's longest freight train or something like that?
It's like
The Gange.
We hold the record for the longest iron ore train.
Right.
And
You
know,
we also hold the record for the longest straight track in the world.
Wow.
So that's 2 records we hold.
Is it 270 kilometers?
Yeah, over 200. At the moment, there's no trains running across it because they've had a big, massive
3 MP9 or 6 MP9. I've watched Railroad Australia several times.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You got some really
The
good
Nullarbor is the long run. The
Yeah, to White
Nullarbor is
Curly-
the longest run.
Yeah, to
And
White-
there's a big derailment across there at the moment.
No, I just remembered reading on a site something about a Australian train set the record for longest train is like 6 miles and some odd
Wow.
feet in length.
Wow. Where was
And I
that
was
at?
like, was it
That
BHP
was
Arnor Artie that did that?
what was that one?
The article I
Well,
read said they had run a train at like it's 6.5 miles long or something. Anyway, it was a world record.
yeah, those ones are up in the iron ore fields, which is up in the far northwest.
All right, Kyle
Um,
Stevens. Thank you. Thank you very
He-
much.
That's
Kyle.
up in the northwest corner. But they
Right,
are
Kyle.
using the imported shelf locomotives from the US.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
I think it
We can't
used
run
like all
them here.
AC 6000 is what the article said.
Yeah, AC 6000, those were the old BHP ones.
Yeah.
The BHP Bilton ones. There's none of them in existence anymore. They're all being cut up and scrapped.
Wait, ain't Fortescue mining up there?
Yeah, and they're here too. They're along this side here. Fortescue Mining, yeah, they're another big company. They're a little bit south from Port Hedland. They also got their own line. You got Newman Mining, which is another one. A lot of them gone into joint ventures there, and I have, when the Dash 8s came out to Australia, I did transport a fair few of them up to the Pilbara because there's no rail link to it. There's only two ways of getting a locomotives up there.
I put you up there, brother, because you look like you're freezing.
I am absolutely freezing. Are you kidding? Oh
It
my
looks
God.
like it's down in Antarctica.
That's
Whoa,
why.
where's you at?
That's why I put you up there
Virginia.
solo, brother, because you look like you're freezing. What a trooper on being here on Cab Crew Wednesday.
Hey, listen, before I hurt my back 10 years ago, I would have been here in just like a flannel and nothing else. But now it's like I'm a
Yeah,
little weak sauce.
yeah.
So
Hey
you're getting
plumber,
old.
look.
What
Hey
are you trying to
plumber,
say? Getting
look.
old plumber.
Look for an email in the next few days. As soon as I get not so busy, I actually need to email you, and I actually need to email George from Florida Railroad Dog. I've just been so busy. So
Roger that.
yeah,
Don't
I'll
worry,
be
Daryl.
emailing you,
We
and
all
definitely,
understand.
George, I'll be emailing you. So I'm going to take you down, brother. So I appreciate you being here, even though I just had to bring you up because you look like you're freezing.
Hey, I'm freezing, and I got
So-
2 jackets and shorts.
Okay, we're gonna give you some play here. Okay, now you're up. Now you're up solo.
Hey, so recently on the joint line there in the Springs, I'm a few miles up in Woodland. Apparently, we had 3 trains simultaneously within about 5 minutes of each other. Once the back end passed, the head end of another train came. Then when that one passed, a southbound came. That was one of 4 trains that I filmed that day.
That's good.
And we got the Colorado Railroad Museum up in Golden, which I haven't been in a while. And Fort Carson is sending more military equipment out. They had another military train a couple days ago, fully loaded, heading south.
Cool.
Then I caught BNSF 1065. That one was in the Kismet train collision, and honestly, it looked a little torched.
Yeah, there's a lot of BNSF engines that look like that.
Yeah, caught. Let's see. I caught the H Sladen, Sladen. So same spelling as my name, and I found that out as a surprise about a year ago, or not a year ago, about 3 months ago. cut my own train, the H. Sladen. But there was
That's
something
cool.
unique about this, other than a war bonnet and a Mac on the first train. It had, between the two, each train had a industrial transformer, 320 tons each.
Wow.
And these are like 6-axle depressed center flat cars.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
at first,
All right. Happy Valley Hobbies. Hello. Welcome, Edward. Okay, so I'm going to make everybody equal again.
all righty.
Thank you for that, Sladen. And
Thank you for
Sladen,
letting me come up and chat.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sladen, I just want to tell you, you put up a lot of videos, and that's good. It's just that, during the daytime, most of the time I can't hit them all. But
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, I just needed to let you know, brother. I try to support everybody that I can, and because
I
it is
totally understand. I
But I want to tell
completely
everybody,
100% agree.
I want to tell everybody again, remember, okay, it's always nice to get the comments. I read believe it or not, I go through the whole thing and I read everybody's comments. Okay. But
Nice.
that's my comment. I don't read I'm just saying that.
Speed
It's nice
record.
to see the comments, but it's just like Grandpa Rails, JD, he'll come into most streams and he'll put up the numbers, and that's the likes versus the not likes. Believe it or not, it's like I was going to say, it's nice to get the comments, but it's all about the algorithm. The more you hit the like button, or if you hit the like button on the way in, it helps that channel's algorithm grow. Okay. It helps them put their videos out there. And that's why I always say, love to get the comments, but the like button is the most important thing that you can do, plus the view. So the view would be your partial commenting. And you know what? There's a lot of people who do really good commenting, and there's a lot of people who just say thank you. I'm just telling you, to help everybody understand from my aspect, the like button in the view. And how you're going to get that view is by watching their video and commenting. So, but the most important thing is to hit that like button.
Absolutely.
Hit that like button. And thank you, Grandpa Rails, because Grandpa Rails, aka JD,
Get him, Grandpa Rails.
Yeah, he enters a lot of people's streams, and it's very helpful to view, like what he just put in here now. Okay, so I mean, 3242. What that's saying is I've had a count of 42, but I only had 32 thumbs up. So maybe some of those were in, some of them was out, some of those are viewers, but I want to thank everybody for hitting the like button. Now I'm just telling you how I do it. Before I go into the chat room, when you go up on their video, I automatically I hit the like button.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will tell you, I will forget.
I've hit the wrong button. Button.
Yeah.
Artie's thumbs down in everybody's.
Yeah, hey Daryl, during the stream, like before this, I smashed the like button for you.
Good.
Smash it hard
before I go in.
Artie's down under, so down under, that's like, that's enough.
Crikey. That's right.
Yeah,
a thumbs down in Australia would be a
yeah.
thumbs up in the Northern Hemisphere. Good one, Frank.
Yeah, George over there in Florida says I'm sweating here in Florida.
I wish, George. Actually, not. I can warm up easier than I can cool down, even though I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, same here.
You gotta for a kerosene heater.
Yeah. Well, I've got a pellet wood stove. I just unburied about a week ago. Now I've got to get the flue and all the stuff to install it.
Yeah. You got to go all out Aboriginal, plumber. You got plenty of firewood in your garage there. And all you got to do is make yourself a little bonfire in the middle of the garage. When you run out of that firewood, you go inside the house and rip up the floorboards. Then you use that.
I've got to tell this story. we have a wood stove here in the living room.
Uh-oh,
And
Randall
one
did that.
year we built a fire, and my dad was sitting in the chair next to the stove. Man, I was just sitting there, and the sweat was just pouring. And I mean, it was hot in there. And I looked up at the thermometer, and it had 110 degrees in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
That's how hot it was.
My old cabin was the same way, Randall. It was only heated with pellet stove. The living room was like 120, 130 degrees, but the rest of the house was beautiful 70.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, Randall,
I could step back in the bedroom and it'd be cool back there.
Free
Randall,
no
are your
cost
operators
heating.
on strike?
Say it again, Frank.
Are your operators on strike? That train's not moving.
No, I was just this was my this is my Canadian Pacific SD70 ACU, and this is the one I modified the couplers for.
Pointer alert. Pointer alert.
Um,
Hey, John Arthur,
So-
welcome.
the
John
problem
Arthur
with the
says,
Canadian
"Glad you're late."
engine when it got in, the problem with Canadian engines when they go down south is nobody in America can drive them because they can't understand Canadian.
You know, Ari, I had a crew tell me one time.
Of course.
Our
They
coins
was-
won't work on the bathroom.
Yeah, there was a crew told me one time they had a CM motor for a DPU, and they had to go back to the rear of the train to make sure it was in run mode. And I guess when the conductor got on that engine, he looked at everything on the screen. He said he couldn't read anything because it was all in French.
Hey, Mystic.
Edward, Mystic, what's up?
Hey, John Arthur,
Hey, Mystic.
welcome.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. They couldn't tell if the engine was in run mode or not because all the language is in French on the monitors.
Yeah, I wanted to tell John from Mystic Railroad, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, because that's the only way you got in here is by subscribing, my friend. And I want to personally thank you for that, John.
You know how
I'm
we,
just kidding, people. I'm just kidding. Mystic's been a subscriber.
It's better when I thought you wasn't, Daryl.
No, well, you know what? There was a couple people in here that I thought I was subscribed to. And when I went back in, I'm like, oh, my heart dropped. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I went right in there and said, sorry, I thought I was subscribed to you, but I am now. And I make it known. I make it known when, you know,
And the
if you're not
reply
a public
was no
subscriber,
worries, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
yeah, if you're not a trust me, Powder River Division, I'm subscribed to you, my friend. I get your notifications all day long.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about doing that, but honestly, here in Colorado, there is so much interesting things that basically
can't stop.
every year during the fall, we have something called leaf peeper season. Now, we have tons of aspens out where my mom lives. Let's just say there was some stupid idiots a few years ago that decided to go up and have a picnic on my neighbor's yard. And then
Yeah.
we get people like going up on the property all the time during that time of year.
I shot a firework on my neighbor's porch once.
Whoops.
Yeah. No fires, thank God.
But
Hey,
allowed
John 2618. Hello. All been listening in the background. Why, thank you, John.
John 2618.
every view helps Daryl's channel.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've been getting a couple of subs from this live stream. I just want to say real quick, Daryl, thank you all.
oh no, you're very welcome.
When I reach 200, we're 3 away. I'm going to give away
Here, hold on. Hold on.
whatever I did with them. They're here.
Okay.
But I'm going to give them away.
Okay.
So if you want a minifig, when I hit 200, I'm going to put up a video and you'll just have to leave a comment. And you'll get one of these little beauties. I'm going to give 2 of them away.
So I'm gonna have 3.
Maybe, Artie. You never know.
So, Plumber, the next time I pull you up, you're going to come back and you're going to be wearing a windshield factor face mask in there. I can tell you, brother. What a trooper you are for hanging out here. Okay, I'm going to bring back everybody to even status quo. So let's see here. What is everybody saying in here? Everybody's saying, Daryl, you're a great guy. Daryl, you're awesome. Daryl, great stream. What else is
I don't
everybody
see
else
that.
saying?
Daryl is the man. Let's sum it all up. Daryl
I
is
can't,
the man.
I can't read that here. Sorry. I don't
No,
see it
I'm
much.
just kidding. No,
Just,
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody who comes into to Cab Crew Wednesdays, really, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I just want to be, I just want to be helpful to everybody and everybody who does come in. That's why I make everybody blue moderators. And thanks to Anthony Dodge's channel, I'm going to put that out. Anthony Dodge is where I got the blue moderator thing from. And it does. It helps everybody's algorithm. Remember, I love to get the comments. The most important thing when you go in comment, before you comment, hit that damn like button. Hit it. Just like the stream. Hit it. Because that helps everybody's channel's algorithm. And the only way you're going to get a view generally is when you comment. So, anyways.
one thing I'll tell you about this. One last thing I'll tell you about this engine. Before I forget, this is one of the engines that pulls 64 cars on the club layout with no assistance.
Okay, let me bring you up big there, Randall. Hey, Frank, you still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm subscribing to people.
Oh, okay.
So during one of my live streams, which was, I believe, the last weekend of the club display in October, we made an attempt to run a 60-plus car train to be pulled by only one locomotive. There was two that did it. One was the scale train's Tier 4, and the second engine to do it was this one. To haul 64 cars was the max.
Nice.
So these things are absolute beasts. And one thing I was going to show you that I did.
Hey, I have
that
same one.
And I'll try and show you if it'll show up. It may not show up too good, but this is the one I made the modified Type E couplers for, right? Oh, dadgummit, it's trying to blur up. But anyway, right there, I made the modified Type E's for it. There's your stock Type E on the tank car, and there's the modified one for the locomotive. There it is, right there. So, and basically all you do is just cut off that top shelf and file it down where it looks halfway smooth, and they work good. It did real well with the super train we ran on the club layout, so I'm pretty happy with it. There's only about 5 more engines to do, but
let me see. Peyton Rail Fanning. I don't know which one you're asking, one bub. He says, "Hey Daryl, what is that train? Please don't mind me asking." No. We're all here to help everybody, and sometimes I can't catch them all. But I'm not too sure which one you're asking. If you're asking the one that Randall's got up on
hang on,
the
let me get a light and I'll shine that on that coupler right quick.
But here, Randall, here.
Oh,
check
we lost
this out.
video, Randall.
No. I just turned my camera off. I just got to grab
Okay, I'm gonna make myself good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
Randall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that the one that you have?
I have number 7006. I think yours is number 7000.
Oh yeah, mine is yeah.
So you have the other road number.
Yeah. So yeah, I have I have all class 1 railroads. I just don't run them all. So Peyton, if you're asking about the ones behind me, those are all Athearn Genesis. Those are the Tsunami ones, and those are all SD70 Aces. So they're all SD70 Aces. So
whoop Athearn, baby.
Yeah, no, Athearn's a good product.
Love it.
Yeah, they've really come on strong the last couple of years. But the only thing I don't really like about the Genesis engines, they don't use metal couplers on them. They use the McHenry couplers. Of course, by the same token, it's fun to make the correct couplers for these engines anyway. So, but anyway, there's a better look at that coupler right there. So,
this is for Derek Alexander.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
I had to bundle up a little more for fun.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
have you ever watched the old movie Plumber?
Which
It's a
one?
Mad Mad World.
Oh yes,
A
I've
good
seen
old
the.
classic, Mad Mad World, where they used the old kerosene burner to burn the shit down.
This is map gas. It's a lot different from kerosene in those days.
It still does the same work. The job. It's
Yeah,
still a
it
better
does.
place.
It does. Some takes a little longer. Certain gases don't heat as well.
well, you know what? That's funny that you brought that up because when I do pours for my river, that's exactly what I use.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles
Pop the
out of
bubble.
my yeah, that's exactly what I use to get the bubbles out of my thing, and it's crazy because you think you got to be careful with it, but
For sure.
um,
Other than a big acetylene torch, this thing right here has got to be one of the best torches on the market. I love this thing. Start campfires. You can do a lot with that little beauty right there.
Oh yeah.
Heat shrink in about a fraction of a second. Done.
Oh, okay. Now I know what he's talking about. Oh, okay. He's talking about the rear end of my he's talking about the rear end yeah, he's talking about the rear end of my stack train. Just for some reason, I just decided just to take a flat car and I took my Shay off the other side. So Peyton, that is a Shay. That is a Bachmann Shay. Actually, that Bachmann Shay actually runs. And when it comes back up, somebody remind me I'm at the end of the train and I'll make myself big. That way you can see the Bachmann Shay. But I just did it for fun. I put the Bachmann Shay up there. Yeah, it was just for fun. Look,
Hey,
I
Plumber's bigger than
just
you.
like running trains. So there you go, Peyton. That's what it is. So
Grandpa Rails is housing me in there saying that I start trash fires.
yeah,
I have on the job site, Grandpa Rails. Absolutely.
yeah.
Especially when I
Oh yeah.
worked at this one house in West Virginia. It was freezing. We built a big old fire outside.
Oh heck yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Lots of lumber scraps.
Right. Yeah.
But as I said, for real over here, yeah, like we have our indigenous people, the Aboriginals, when they cry that they don't get housing and stuff like that. I mean, one of the communities not far from here, we gave them new housing. Comes the winter, and what they do is they rip up the floorboards and use it as firewood.
Wow.
Then they say that they're hard done by, that their houses have fallen apart and whatnot. Well,
Yeah.
stop using your house as firewood. You'd be right.
Yeah. So
And
Grandpa
we don't
Rail.
have cold winters here. Well, we do, but not as cold as when you get snow, 6 foot of snow.
Yeah. Grandpa Rail says, Derail Daryl, have you installed the metal gears? And it's funny that when you came up in that question, it correlated with what you did for Joe Rader, which I might add, and I remember commenting on that, but that was really cool of you, Grandpa Rails, to do that for Joe Rader. They just had a separate Shay that they just used parts because you can't get parts for those Bachmann Shays. As far as the metal parts, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what that. I'm not too sure about what you're talking about, but I actually got I think one or two pieces missing on it. But I don't run it too often. When my son comes over, he likes to run the older locomotives. So, but yeah, as soon as it comes around, I'll see if I can. I'll
You
make
see what
myself.
Les says there, Plumber? See, I'm not lying about what they do over here. Look what the rest says. They take the windows out and search them for booze. So sell the windows for alcohol.
That's pretty interesting there,
Yeah.
Artie.
And look, I'm not. Yeah, and then they say they're hard done by. Yeah.
So
They take the windows out and sell them for booze.
yeah. Hey, you got to use what resources you got, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well,
and what they do with missing mother-in-laws, they actually throw them into the mangroves to catch crabs.
Confucius say, man who fishes in other man's well often catches crab.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never heard that one, but that's pretty good. You know, they say you learn something new every night or every day. I just learned something new
Oh,
this
yeah.
evening. I like that one. And thank to Grandpa Rels, his lefty left coast. That was really good. I
That was a
really
good one.
yeah, that is yeah, that's going to be one I'm going to be using tomorrow with my clients. Yeah, because they'll get a kick out of it. So so let's see.
Let me scroll through here.
You know, I'm
Hey.
looking at my screen and it's been 2 hours and 35 minutes that I have been on. I cannot believe I've been on that long. It doesn't seem like I've been up for 2 hours and 35 minutes. It's just
Your wife hasn't
amazing.
called yet.
It is
Your
just
wife hasn't called
amazing.
yet, so you're not in trouble.
Good
Yeah.
times fly by.
Yeah, no, I mean, and everybody's just been great and wonderful tonight with the comments. And I'm glad that I finally put people up because sometimes it's hard to navigate if you don't have a co-helper. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because I want to try to give everybody fair play and get their questions answered and put them up on the screen. Remember, here's another thing. When you are doing a live stream, it is very important for the host to host people's comments on live stream. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because I have a lot of subscribers. They don't all watch my videos, but I can tell you when they do go and watch, when they're watching my live stream replays, because I have a lot of people who do watch my replays, they will see the tag up in the live stream of the peoples that I posted comments. And that's very important because they know who those people are and it gives them more play. What I'm saying to you, it helps your channel when a host puts your your comments up on the live screen. That's all.
Amen to that. Amen to
And
that.
it does. And I try to do that for everybody, no matter what. You know, obviously when they say, Daryl, you're great, I'm going to keep putting your link up there all the time.
Well, you can go from great to fantastic, but Mel's still waiting for you to take her out to dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, John Benacki says he's glad that his layout is in the basement. It's warm. Hey, John,
Oh,
I got an in-law suite in my basement. We got renters down there. There's another driveway out back of the house. So I really don't have a basement.
Mine's actually on the second floor.
Nice. Look at you go, Frank. I don't know how
yours is on the
you got
second
that one.
floor, Frank?
Well, that's what happens when your son grows up, goes to college, and moves away. You take his room.
Oh.
You take your son's room when he moves out.
So Rusty from Possum Bayou says, I work on my layout while watching on my train room TV. I'm in the living room watching on a 55-inch TV now. And that's how I watch
Oh my
my
goodness.
I watch my 55-inch in the living room, and I
I'm on a
watch people's
55-inch.
videos and live streams. I don't know if any of you noticed, but when I watch on my my big screen TV, all of a sudden the last
I'm
few
going to
weeks,
go measure mine. Be right back.
Sorry. Okay, I noticed that my big screen TV, my regular TV, now shows shorts. It never did that before. So when I'm in YouTube, it actually brings up shorts on my TV, and I've never seen
Interesting.
that before. So that must be YouTube is really pushing the shorts.
They are massively. That's
Yeah, I
absolutely
need to start doing
correct.
some shorts myself.
If I was with George down there, FL Railroad Dog, I'd have some shorts.
Oh.
John Arthur says you're a good host. I also enjoy Artie and the rest of the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
I've eaten enough peanuts to consider that.
Yeah. Hey, High Plains Drifter. I know you came in. I'm sure that I sorry I missed you, but hello and welcome. And like I say, and I'm going to tell you why I say these things on live stream. again, I'm going to tell you guys, I am a viewer. I was a viewer before I even thought about going on YouTube. And I found it very interesting when I saw live streams and you see the comments pop up, and I would look at the comments and I would read them. I would go back and look to subscribe to that person just because maybe something they said, maybe I like their icon in their picture. But again, I am just a viewer, no different than anybody else here on panel, or everybody else on screen. It's very important to me that I give everybody fair play to put their comments up on screen. That's
Amen, brother Daryl.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, anyways,
Daryl is speaking from the soul.
there you go. So let's see what okay, I got to go back. Let's see what George has to say. Did you
I've gotta
guys
say,
notice that
mine's
YouTube
45
also
inch.
put a link to do live streams? I've noticed a lot of things with YouTube.
Yeah.
I've noticed a
Steve
lot.
87's just popped in.
Yes,
been
I
here for a
saw
while.
him in here earlier.
Oh, I
said
didn't.
hello.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I've got the smallest TV. Mine's only 45 inches. But it's a good size.
There you go, Marty.
You remember
That's
when
not a
19 inch
small
was a big
TV,
one?
Artie.
I remember when 19-inch TVs were the best.
I've
You
still
had a
got the black and white
19
TV my grandpa had, Plumber.
Was it a floor model?
No, it was one of those little ones you would put like on a table or something like that. It's not a very big television, but the thing still, the last time we played that television was back in 2004, and it worked
Nice.
perfectly.
Nice.
So-
I want to find one. I love them.
So Steve 87 says, okay, my peanut butter lid is now drying. Was working
Nice.
while you all were talking.
Are you going to post some pictures or video of that, Steve 87?
Yeah, got to say that.
Yeah, I would like to. I got
I'm gonna
mine
get-
sitting up here.
Okay, so let me put you up. Let me put you up, Big Plumber. Okay, so what is this peanut butter lid thing?
So you just take a 3.5-inch
wow.
peanut butter lid or 3.5-inch lid of any kind,
Okay.
and whatever model you can fit in. There's really no other rules. It's just what your vision,
Okay.
And I call this one my happy place.
That is really cool, Plumber.
That's cool.
This year's second one, isn't it, Plumber?
No, this is the first one. I posted some videos on my or pictures on my community page.
Oh man, that's
That is
unreal.
really
That.
cool.
So
That is
it,
that is cool.
other
Just
than the
one
peanut
thing-
butter lid, there's no real rules.
Where's the lid?
There she blows.
Is that an actual Jiffy? Is that an actual certified Jiffy peanut butter lid?
Amen, brother.
Okay. Yeah, I was just messing with you, but you do. You actually have a certified Jiffy peanut butter lid.
I love the Jiffy. They
Yeah.
make the sugar, no sugar added and no extra chemicals. So I'm like, bam, I'll take that.
Yeah, that is really, really cool. Now those clips or those remind me of the movie The Blue People. What movie? Avatar?
Ah, yes, Avatar. Where
Those
they have the floating land masses.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of, Plumber.
So my personal inspiration for the landmass would be Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Yep.
DBZ, baby. Yeah, I
oh
love
yeah, I
that.
grew up with that show.
Yeah, I got
Plumber?
Santa and the reindeer.
ants-
I'm gonna enter on the next one. Go ahead, Artie. I'm sorry.
Plumber, the ants want their house back. The ants want their house back.
That's hilarious. Thank you, everyone, for all the kind words. You're all outstanding. It is a pipe dream, Les. It's absolutely well said. Well said.
Oh man, got to somehow try to beat that one.
Well, see, here's the good thing about the peanut butter jar lid. It's not the best model. It's just a
that's
drawing.
true.
Everyone's name goes on a wheel, I didn't have to do it like I did it, but I have to be honest, everyone. This little model right here This is my tip of the hat to my past, my skateboarding.
Good on you.
You know, and now it's time to move on to the next chapter. And this model right here is my little model memorializing my past and my love. So, you know, there it is.
There you go. Grandpa Rail says Plumber wins the mini contest. I think that is really cool, Plumber. No, really.
Thank
It's
you.
a fantastic job.
And thank you, Grandpa Rails, and everybody else that's leaving phenomenal comments.
Okay, so now let me get this straight. So you present this to Mini Prince, but your name goes on a wheel and they pick it from a wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's a random drawing, so it's not about your art skills. It's just entering, and you know, it's one of the easiest contests ever. I think last month, if anyone watched, someone threw some minifigures in a lid and they were entered. They didn't do anything.
That's an idea.
It's just a promotion for Mini Prince because people get to see what they can do with his print.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I love it. It's fun.
Okay, so okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I want to buy some. I haven't bought any yet, only because it's shooting season, and I'm just afraid that I'll buy the Mini Prince and take them out to the gun club and use you guys as target practice.
If
you could hit my minifigure at 100 yards, color me impressed.
Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I have an AR-10 that's more than capable of doing it.
Let's see that video. Let's see that video. They make the bullets with the little camera in the tip, and it'll Bluetooth to your phone before
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only reason why I haven't bought them yet, because I know exactly what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to use them all as targets.
And you have to order them in N scale too. So.
Okay.
Oh, good one. Good one. Yeah. N scale Z, baby. Z.
I don't think Bernard goes down to Z, but that would be even more challenging.
Thank you, Mystic. You're correct. Z has got to be difficult to model. I don't even know what you do
with the figures.
Thank you.
Well, I'd have to import all the ants from overseas to bring them over here because ours are too big for Z scale.
I tell you, Lynn McCarty did a good entry. He got Rick the Tree and everybody else up in there.
Yeah.
I know he's not in here, but I loved it.
I still don't have mine painted yet.
Roger that. That's the hardest part. I got to go back and repaint my little minifigure. I look at him now and I just slap myself in the face. You know, got to do that one again.
I got to go and get some nude paint.
I've got to get the little paint brushes that Mike recommended. I guess Bernard from Mini Prince recommended to Mike. He said they're really good off Amazon.
Yeah, I just ordered me a couple undecorated box cars off of eBay. I got some plans for those since Plumber brought up the Dragon Ball Z stuff. I've got some rather interesting plans if I can pull it off for those two cars.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Well,
Peace out, model work.
So
they've actually made now skateboarding as an Olympic sport too.
I know. I love it. It warms my heart, Artie. I'm getting warmer right now. Hold on.
You're a bit too old. Yeah, you're a bit too old for it now, though. But
never.
I know there was one of our local kids from within my region here that went into it. He's done pretty well.
Listen, if I had the medical staff that Tony Hawk has, I would still be skateboarding right now. The dude's like 54 and still skating as well. He competed the beginning of this year or last year in the X Games. I can't remember which one.
But you know, you can always go to snowboarding. There's not a hard surface to hit.
It's not a hard surface, but when you catch that edge, I'm done. My back would, you know. So when I learned to wakeboard, the first time I went wakeboarding, I knew immediately I had to get the boots and bindings off this board. And I went out and bought myself a wake skateboard. So I wore my shoes on the water so I could do the kick flips and shove-its with the board. It wasn't attached to me. I do love snowboarding, but, you know, the only Achilles heel to me is being attached to the board.
Yeah.
So George
I did a
says,
skateboard
"Plumber, I had
also.
lunch with Tony Hawk about 10 years ago. Got a hat and skateboard signed by him. That's pretty
Nice.
cool."
That is outstanding, George. So
Yeah.
here, about 2003, they opened a Van skate park at a Potomac Mills Mall out in Woodbridge. And Tony Hawk did a skateboard tour across the country. He came to our skate park. First 100 people got to go in and skateboard with Tony Hawk. So I was one of the lucky enough to go in there and got a board signed as well. He's a great dude, down to earth.
Did Derek ask me something? Because he's asking if I can see the chat. But what did I miss?
Oh, I think he's just asking to see if you can see the chat.
Yeah,
that might be it. So John Arthur says, try wet palette 2 painting figures and washes. Because Steve 87, I should put this one up, because Steve 87 says, yeah, I'm not liking how the paints are coming out.
Yeah, you definitely have to thin the paints.
Yeah.
But I do believe I over thinned mine was my issue.
But you're a thin person when you're not in Antarctica.
So 187 says, tip, CNC tooling containers hold your favorite paintbrushes without damaging the tips. That's a good, that's a good, okay.
Thanks, Derek.
If you can find them.
In the chat as well, too.
Where we go? So Derek Alexander says, Frank, just wanted to let you know I subscribe to you.
Yeah, like I said, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. I subscribe to everybody else in the chat. Some of the people I thought I was already subscribed to, but I don't think I've missed anybody. I've been watching and clicking. And
so you know what that means, everybody. Everybody's going to be busy tonight or tomorrow, going back to people's channels and doing what?
Subbing and thumb upping.
That's right. That is correct.
You're a thumbs upper.
Yep, that is correct.
Hey, Mike. There he is. Didn't want to even show us the dancing girls. Jeez, slack.
Well,
what he done was give us shots of the lousy train. What about the dancers? They were cute from the distance.
What are we doing, Artie?
Well, Trackside Mike just said hello, folks. Back home now. Mike, I want to tell you, everybody did enjoy that. I enjoyed that. Everybody enjoyed that. And I just cut off the live stream for you, and we all enjoyed it. And I can't tell you how much I really appreciate you, brother. I really, really do. That was awesome of you to show that on Cab Crew Wednesday's live stream.
Absolutely.
Well, you could have.
Yeah, I even brought out the.
Mike.
I even brought out the CP rail engine, Mike. So yeah.
Represent.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I showed my CP engine. Here, Trackside Mike, I'm going to show you my CP engine real quick. So I'm going to make myself big again. And so Trackside Mike, since we are all CP tonight. So here you go, brother. Choo choo. Check that bad boy out.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a big engine. It really is.
It is.
Now, I don't know where the end of your train is, Daryl, but you said remind you about that train behind you.
It's coming close. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it's coming close.
And there's mine, Mike. So
okay, here we go, Randall. I'm going to make you big, Randall.
And there's mine right there. So, and I'll show you the coupler right quick that I made for it. Real quick. So right there's the couplers I made for it.
I think it's a little overexposed with that tiny little bright light.
Yeah.
There you go. Back it up a little bit. That works right there. Oh, go back. No, to the left. Or you're right. I'm sorry. The camera's backwards. Yes, there, right there. Oh, that's it. That's it, Randall. That's it.
Yeah, basically I cut off that top knob and just left the bottom one. They look pretty good, actually. So I thought they turned out real well. Like I said, there's about 4 or 5 engines I've still got to make couplers for them. So after that, we should be in good shape. So
nice, Randall. Nice.
Randall, you make me some couplers and I'll balance that track for you.
This is just display track that I use, the old Bachman Easy track. But like
My
I
whole
said,
layout.
I thought that. Oh, and another thing I do, I cut the trip pins off of them because for some reason I don't have magnetic uncouplers anyway, and sometimes they'll hit the track. And I just don't like having them on there because of the close couplings too. So I just like to cut them off. So
Yeah. I had a pair of pliers that bent them for a while, but I've cut a lot of mine off too. And don't down the Bachman Easy track. My whole entire layout is Bachman Easy track.
Wow.
and then of course I have my
right?
BN stuff too. So I got to represent my home road.
So Frank,
Okay.
you got the Bachman track?
Yes.
So what is the deal with the packaging on their turnouts that says this turnout cannot be used in DCC?
It absolutely can.
It can.
It can. It can.
So I am buying more expensive turnouts for no reason.
You absolutely are. I have some both. I have their DCC ones, but the ones that are the analog switches of theirs.
Uh-huh.
I had it hooked to a DigiKeys controller, and the 3 wires go into it just like it would your switch, and I control those switches from my throttle.
Oh man, they've been getting me hardcore, brother. Thank you for that little tidbit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pull up that DigiKeys Friday on my stream on Friday. I'll let you know what that is. It's underneath the layout. I forget the number. Yeah, but you just take the 3 wires in there, like this switch that's right in front of me. Well, you got Burlington Northern on there, but this switch that's right in front of me, I have the switch numbered as 4. I hit 4, 1, and 2, switches it back and forth.
Cool. Yeah, it's been driving me nuts. Sorry, Randall. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, go ahead, Plumber. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just saying, Mike, thanks for the compliment on the BN engine. Yeah, this guy's an old one right here. This is one of my Athearn Blue Box SD9s. So he's a good runner. So
yeah, but Steve 87, isn't the Kato track really expensive?
Yeah.
And Randall, that's a beautiful Burlington Northern.
Oh,
is that metal handrails? You said?
Yeah, it's the old metal handrails. They're getting a little rusty, but
patina, baby, looking good.
But I'll tell you what, he still runs good. So I've had this engine for over 20 years, so it's been a good one.
Nice.
All right, so let me see here.
You can go ahead and take me back down now, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So let me make myself. Okay, so everybody wanted to see the funky caboose.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's kind of hard to see, but because it's in the canyon, but I don't know. Can you guys kind of?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Shay. I've had that Shay for many, many years. And again, it's a Bachman. And I absolutely love to watch her run. It's just phenomenal to watch all the gearing and everything move in there. It just catches your eye and you can't take your eyes off of it.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I just decided to put it on the end of the consist just for something kind of different. And like I said, she does run. As a matter of fact, let's try something while I'm on live. Let me see if I can't take this off of here.
You gonna try a train wreck, are you? While you're on?
Oh, we're going on the fly, everybody.
Live action train wreck.
Okay, so let me pull this consist out of the way. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
No.
I think I can hear it.
I'm partially deaf. That's an absolute nope.
Yeah, she's definitely live. That's for sure.
I think I hear the air tanks going off.
Yeah.
or the pressure release, whatever.
Right. Yeah. So let me go. Here it is again. So local to enter. Let me make sure she's that. That's one.
There we go.
Did
Yeah.
you hear a whistle?
Yeah.
Woo woo to you too, Shay.
Okay. So let's see what she does.
Oh, I got her now. I can hear full steam. Luna is back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Luna's back. Luna's back. Luna's back. Ah.
So you guys can all see that, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Okay. Now, just to let you guys know, I haven't cleaned her. She's not. I mean, she's
Dirty girl.
Yeah, and I put her on the track and she just runs.
All right, Daryl. Next week we want steam.
But did you put that inox on her wheels, Daryl?
No,
You don't?
no, it's not inox. It's what did I do here? What happened? Let's go reverse. Okay, I pressed something and she just didn't want to respond. So, forward, reverse.
It's like the sports game, Daryl. They start talking about a team never losing, and then they lose.
No, I said something, and no, the wheels. She's not very clean, but as you can see, I mean, I don't run it very often. I just set it on the tracks, but there it is again. She'll hit a dead spot or dirty spot, but I mean, she just runs.
So Luna is asking Lionel or MTH, but I believe he's already said it's a Bachman, Luna.
Yeah. So what's happening is the coupler on the front, the little connecting coupler is hitting the second rail in, and it's keeping her from stopping, and she's spinning a little bit, but yeah, that's my little I don't know, that's my little Shay.
She looks good on the bridge there.
Yeah.
Daryl,
So,
do you do request?
what's that?
You do request.
Oh well, yeah. There you go. I could actually maybe do request.
Next week I like to see steam run along that hill.
Well, yeah. I don't run steam too often, but yeah. No, thank you, Garlic Sauce, for asking that question, and it prompted me to actually do something different on a live stream. Actually, put a locomotive, and I'm really surprised that she ran. Now the thing about it is it's the wheels aren't really cleaned on this. Now that CR-2 that I use on there, it's a little oily, and she's spinning just a little bit, but she actually stopped because of the coupler, the little jig, the little thing that comes out. It's actually hitting the inside rail on the bridge. So at any case,
So
yeah.
Ronald is out. Peace out, Ronald.
Okay, Ronald.
See you, Ronald.
So,
and it looks like Derek is asking, did you stop the other train to avoid a collision?
no, actually, no. No, I just stopped the other train just because I wanted to run this one on there. So here it is again. Let me put her in reverse. Let me see.
Steve 87, peace out. He's leaving, everybody.
Is everybody leaving because I put a Shay on the track? Is that why everybody's leaving? Yeah, see, there she goes.
Hey, Shay on you.
That's
for doing
right.
that. Shay on you.
Okay, so there you go. So there was the funky caboose on there. So, well, good. I'm glad everybody enjoyed, and everybody enjoyed that little refreshing Shay. But yeah, so there you go. Nobody can say, "Hey, Daryl, you don't run anything. You don't run anything different." No, I do. And actually, I want to run the Canadian Pacifics,
And now, if anybody hasn't noticed, I've been going for almost 3 hours. That consist of Atherogenesis has been running for 3.5 hours. Okay?
Nice.
Now, that says a lot about Atherogenesis. And they're a fine locomotive. They're a very good company, and I really enjoy their products. I put them out here, I run them, and just so people can see and ask questions, and everybody does. And I'm glad that everybody does ask, because I run a lot of different locomotives, and I think it's very important for people to see how trains do run in an actual layout environment, not on you understand, you kind of understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I'm glad I got to put that Shay out. That made me very happy. So, but with that said,
Lena says they have
with that
3
said,
locomotives in their collection.
yeah, exactly. But with that said, folks, we're at 3 hours, and I think it's time to say goodnight to everybody. Anybody who wants to hang out after can. And I want to thank everybody for coming up, and I'm glad everybody had a good time tonight. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. And a couple of good streams I want you guys to remember to hit. Make sure you guys hit Dave at Crooked Rivers tomorrow. And Dave usually goes on what time, guys? I think 9 o'clock Dave does go on. And
yeah, about 1 o'clock in the morning.
is that 1 o'clock in the morning for you, Artie?
Yeah.
Are you
Now
serious?
it is.
Oh wow!
Yeah, now
Wow.
that since you guys got rid of your daylight saving, that brings me down to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and then
breakfast may be served.
yeah, and then Jim Tedesco's on Thursday night, and I believe Chris goes up. He goes up on Thursday nights, and then Friday nights is Frank the Steeler fan, and that is 9 o'clock. That is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Frank the Tank.
And then you've got you've got Artie.
Yep.
And
yeah, you got me. Maybe.
Yeah, Dave is on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and then Eastern time. And then you've got Artie's stream Saturday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern, and then STS is Sunday, and then Monday you have got Trackside Mike, and they do him and James do a really good live stream. And then of course you've got Heath on Tuesday night, and who goes on before Heath? Sure. Off the tracks, I think it is. And then again, we're back to Wednesday again. Cab Crew Wednesdays. All right, people. I'm glad everybody joined tonight. I'm glad you all had a good time. I saw it in your comments.
Great time.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, so with that said, panel, if you want to stay up for a few minutes after, we're more than happy to chat with you. Good night, everybody. Let me bring up. I'm going to bring myself up.
Be good.
Peace and chicken grease.
Again, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight on Cab Crew Wednesday. Unfortunately, Dave was sick, and we all know Weathering with AJ. He's in school, so
maybe get better.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you all, and good night, and we'll see you on the next stream.
See you guys.